48 degrees right now at kickoff. The wind out of the east at 10 is the report.
And to kick it off, this is, I think, the only team we see that has a safety who's also their punter, place kicker, and kickoff man, Brandon Perkins, who has been a starter in the safety spot as well as a backup today. He's not listed as a starter at safety, but he will handle all their kicking chores. Jerron Harris is heading back along with Micah Johnson as two return men for the Jacks. And here's the kickoff by Perkins, a little pooch short kick. And it will get to Harris at the 15, to the 20, 25, and up to near the 30 where he spins away from one tackle, and then he'll be gang tackled at about the 32-yard line. He got away, a loose football, and down the left sideline he's still running. No flag, no whistle, and that's going to be a touchdown by Jerron Harris.
It looked like he was stopped at the 30. What happened? He got outside and away he went.
All the Southern Utah players gave up on the play. They thought the whistle had blown, but apparently no whistle. So give Jerron Harris about an 85-yard kickoff return as the Southern Utah coaches look out what happened. And we have to say that too, as he appeared to be down in a pile at the 32, but he kept going, and the Southern Utah defense gave up on the play.
Well, the thing you got to remember, guys, if Harris's knee is down on a player who's on the ground, he's not down. He can get up and get going. That knee has to actually touch the ground for him to be down, and that may have been what happened in that pile. He got up, got going, and went to the end zone.
Extra point by Parker Douglas, up and good, and 16 seconds into the game, the Jacks go up 7-0 on that 85-yard kickoff return, a rather interesting return. Well, the coaches always tell you just keep playing until you hear the whistle blow. And
wow.
There's a case where Southern Utah apparently just thought Jerron Harris was stopped. But we did too, actually, as he got to about the 32-yard line. He was just surrounded by people, but he wasn't actually down, and the whistle didn't blow, so he just fought his way out of that pile and ended up with an 86-yard kickoff return. Now the kickoff by Parker Douglas, a bad one, going to go out of bounds, and Southern Utah can take it at their own 35 if they wish.
Well, he just kind of chunked that one. It just sailed right out of bounds at about the 20.
Yeah, going back to the kickoff, had a chance to look at it on the replay board, a little bit better angle. Harris hit the pile at about the 30-yard line. Southern Utah had him surrounded, as Steve mentioned, but his forward progress was never stopped. Southern Utah thought they had him shut down. Harris just squirted out of the pile to the side, got the open sideline, and took it to the house.
So Jerron Harris with the kickoff return for the touchdown has put the Jacks on top. Southern Utah with Wes Marshall at quarterback today, and on first down he'll pitch it to the tailback. Jamar Lee trying to get outside, got across the 40 and up near midfield as he's dropped at about the 48-yard line. So he breaks 3 on first down, and he too looked like he was going to be stopped a couple of times. Tough making tackles out here this afternoon. They mark him down at about the 47.
Well, the defense was a little slow in getting outside. A couple of good blocks there sprung him.
Looked like a simple pitch play, and Lee looked like he might get 5-6 yards, but he just kept running and threw tackles, and now it's first down Southern Utah at their own 47-yard line. They'll go a couple of wide receivers left and right. Jerome Eason, their top receiver, comes out to the left. Here comes a handoff, though, and straight ahead. No gain this time as they try to go right back to the tailback, but he stopped near the line of scrimmage. Jamar Lee has run for just 178 yards on 52 carries. Only came in averaging about 3 yards a carry, but had that big first down run to get him their first down of the game. Now he gets nothing, and it's 2nd and 10 from the 47.
Well, Jacks did a good job of staying at home that time as avoiding the play action.
Joey Hulen is the wide out to the right side. Eason comes split to the left side as they move a third wide out in the slot to the left, and this time Marshall works out of the shotgun. He drops to throw, throws it out right side. It's batted in the air and goes out of bounds. And an incomplete pass. Hank McCall had the coverage out there, and it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, McCall doing a good job coming up, getting the hand in on the ball and knocking it up out of bounds.
Not only was McCall there, SDSU had another defender as well. Marshall threw that one into double coverage. Kind of a risky pass on the sideline.
So 3rd and 10. Marshall works out of the shotgun. He'll go with 4 wide receivers, 2 left and 2 right. On 3rd and 10 at their own 47 for Southern Utah. Marshall takes the snap, drops to throw. Pitt, as he tried to throw it, that ball is loose. It's a fumble. And who's got it back at about the 37 of Southern Utah? Looks like the Thunderbirds may have saved it.
Marshall picked it right out of the air. He was lying flat on his back. The ball was floating over above him, and He just picked it out of the air and held on to bring up 4th down.
Boy, that was Andy Hugavine and Mitch Pontrelli on a dead rush that time, hit him square.
So Brandon Perkins comes on to punt, and as you heard in the pregame, they do a lot of things in punt formation, so we'll see what they do here on their first punt of the afternoon. Directly to Perkins, he'll just kick it normally, and a nice spiral into that wind, and going to be handled by the Jacks and run back across the 30 up near the 34-yard line on the return by Paul Odinson, and that's where the Jackrabbits get it as they hold the Thunderbirds on their first offensive series. And the Jacks, who lead at 7-0 after returning the opening kickoff of the game, will get the ball for their first offensive play from scrimmage at their own 34.
Well, quick start. We talked about that in the pregame, and they did get the quick start getting the kickoff return. And now the Jacks look like they're setting up already with a wide out Molitor to the near side.
Jacks will have the 3 wide receivers. Davis to the left. Dusty Snyder's in the slot to the right. Far right is Molitor. And they will work out of the shotgun on first down. Watson in the backfield is starting there. And Andy Cardews, back after a week off last week, will take his first snap. And on first down, they'll keep it on the ground. Watson finds a room across the 40, 45, finally to midfield where he's run down. And a good first down run there. And Steve Smith, the leading tackler for the Thunderbirds, had to make the stop, but not before he picked up about 16 yards with his first carry of the afternoon. And Watson gives the Jacks a first down at midfield.
Some of that motion on the right side by Dusty Snyder's had some of the Thunderbirds guessing a bit, and Anthony Watson found that big running lane up the middle.
And the Jacks here with a first down at midfield. Brock Campbell in the lineup as a wide out, comes to the right side, and Maxon Keating is also in the lineup as a wide receiver to the right. And Keating comes back in motion now from right to left. Cardews working under center from midfield. On 1st and 10, long count by Andy. And Cardews finally is going to hand it off. Watson this time hit in the backfield, though, and going to be spun down for a loss, as he was met before he could get back to the line of scrimmage and flung down his forward progress, only the 48 of the Jacks for a loss of 2.
Well, I don't know if Andy tried to check out of that, but he could see some linebackers filling the gaps there, and the Jacks really just outnumbered at the line of scrimmage.
Jacks go back to the personnel they had to open this series, as they now go to a 4th wide receiver, Micah Johnson out to the left, while Davis, Snyders, and Molitor come out to the right side. Cardews back to working out of the shotgun with Watson alongside on 2nd and 12 at their own 48. Cardews takes the snap. Cardews hands it off. Watson up the middle, finds a hole inside the 45 and drugged down at the 44-yard line, as he'll get about 8 yards back and lead the Jacks with a 3rd down and about 4. Derek Hood, one of the defensive tackles, he's from Virginia, but playing out at Southern Utah, made the stop.
Well, that wide formation forced Southern, of course, spread their defense, 4-man front, and Anthony Watson with a little more running room.
So 3rd down for the Jacks as we mark it at about the 44-yard line of Southern Utah. Davis out wide to the left. Molitor wide right. Snyder's in the slot to the right side. Again, Cardews out of the shotgun. Snyders will come back in motion from right to left, then retrace his steps. And Cardews in a passing down, you would think, nope, going to keep it on the ground, and Watson's going nowhere. He's stacked up at about the 45-yard line. And then a flag at the end of the play. After Watson was down, and the Jacks are clapping, so let's see if that goes against Southern Utah, which really would be a tough penalty against the visitors since they had stopped Watson on 3rd down.
Wow.
After the play's over.
Oh, dead ball, personal foul.
Ooh.
15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
Wow.
Boy, that's one of those dumb penalties. Ooh.
Mike Deutsch, our referee out of Fargo, with this crew mainly men from North Dakota, a couple from Minnesota. And after the play was over, it would have been 4th down coming up for the Jacks. Instead, the 15-yard walk-off, and this takes the football all the way down to the 30-yard line of Southern Utah.
Boy, very conservative drive by the Jacks so far, all on the ground, really all to Anthony Watson.
1st and 10, South Dakota State. They get a big break there with the penalty. They'll line up Davis wide to the right side and split a wide out to the left side as well. They're working with a double tight end set.
Well,
And the official had held up play momentarily, and now he's coming back, and he's ready to go.
what was it Stig said in the pregame, that they lead the league in penalties?
And you can see why. That, as you say, really a dumb penalty for Southern Utah. Cardews works under center. Keating in the lineup as a wideout, comes in motion from left to right. Watson the lone setback here. And Cardews going to get called for the penalty here. He started to pull out from center before the snap, and this time the Jacks are going to cost themselves 5 yards.
Yeah, that was one of those.
snap, dead ball foul. Full start, number 11.
Andy goes back to the huddle and says, I said 2, didn't I?
Yeah, Andy started to pull out, but he didn't have a football to work with, and so the penalty against the Jacks, illegal procedure call against the quarterback, Andy Carduz, cost him 5 yards. First down and 15 now from the 35-yard line of Southern Utah. Jacks up 7-0 here in the first quarter. They ran back the opening kickoff of the game, then held Southern Utah and got the ball back in pretty good field position. Carduz working under center here. First and 15. Watson, the tailback, in an eye set. Matt Anderson's in the lineup as the fullback. Carduz wants to throw, rolls right, can't find anybody. He'll fling it, and that one is incomplete. He was trying to throw it away, but getting close to it was the safety, Jonathan King of Southern Utah.
Well, I think he was motioning for Josh Davis to go down, and Josh really kind of stopped as Andy was on the roll. And there was a safety in that area as Carduz tried to throw it away. He was a little mix-up there on the pass coverage for him, too. The blocking in front of him, so he had to roll out to try to get the ball away.
Tell you what, Jerry, you're absolutely right. Josh Davis was single covered on the outside. You go play action and freeze that safety in the middle. Josh is one-on-one on the outside, and I think that's what Andy was looking for.
Yeah, he kind of motioned that way.
Second down, 15. The Jacks working from the 35 of Southern Utah. Carduz out of the shotgun on second down. Watson alongside of him. And this time he'll drop to throw with time. Deep down the right side for Davis. Can he get there? Touchdown! Josh Davis had one-on-one coverage and beat the defender for a 35-yard touchdown catch, his 4th in 2 weeks.
Little hand-to-hand going on down the sideline there too, Dallas.
A little bit of hand-to-hand, but it was pretty incidental. Nothing significant as they came down, and Josh was able to get the inside on the receiver. Andy put the ball on the inside. Josh got a step at about the 5-yard line, went in, made the catch, and the Jacks are on top.
Josh Davis red hot, his 4th touchdown in 2 weeks after going without a touchdown in the first 7 games of the season. Here's the extra point attempt by Parker Douglas. Ball is put down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. The score is South Dakota State 14, Southern Utah nothing. We've played just over 5 minutes of this contest, and the Jacks quickly up 14-0.
6 plays, 76 yards that time. A 35-yard touchdown pass to Josh Davis down the right side. Play action set that up with the fake to Anthony Watson. Really froze some linebackers, drew him inside, and Andy Carduz back from injury on the money on that pass.
Parker Douglas will kick it away to a single return man, Kyle Koop, standing down around the goal line. Here's the kickoff by Douglas. That will get to the goal line. Koop will try to run it back across the 5, the 10. He'll try to get outside, get across the 15 to about the 18, and that's where he'll go down in the hands of several Jackrabbits down there quickly. Gentili was one of those down there, and the other one down there was Tyler Cook. And it'll be 1st and 10 Southern Utah starting from their own 18-yard line.
Much better kickoff that time, high and down the middle.
So Wes Marshall, a 6'1", 210-pound sophomore out of Minersville, Utah, will come on. He's alternated with Zach Connors at the quarterback spot and gets the start this afternoon. And alongside of him, a big fullback, Gordon Reed, a 235-pounder, who lines up alongside of him with Marshall working out of the shotgun. 4 wide receivers in the formation. And on first down, he drops to throw. Fires it over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Trying to catch a man coming over the middle, but he hadn't even turned around, and Billy Ray Kirch got his hand on it but couldn't pull it in.
I think it was Johansson, the tight end he was looking for. The ball was way behind him, and yeah, Billy Ray got hit right between the numbers there.
Well, Wes Marshall on the year has been intercepted 5 times. He has 3 touchdown throws. They've struggled with picks. Their other quarterback, Zach Connors, has been picked off 7 times this year. The Jacks could have had one there, and that would have been a big one deep in Southern Utah territory. Now Marshall works under center with a couple of wingbacks to the right, fakes the pitch. He'll run the option left and throw it. He's got a man, but overshoots him. Incomplete up around the 40-yard line. That was the tight end, Brett Johansson, and a pretty good play by Southern Utah as they had faked the Jacks defense with that pitch to the right side and rolling to the left. Marshall had time and an open man, but overshot him.
Boy, he was wide open too, but he just floated it past him.
The tough part of that play for Marshall, guys, right-handed quarterback, rolling left. That's a tough throw for Marshall, and as Jerry mentioned, he floated it a little bit over Johansson, and now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
From their own 18-yard line. Jerome Eason is their top receiver. He comes out to the left side. Joey Hulan is their other top receiver, only one catch behind Eason. Eason comes back in motion left to right. Marshall drops to throw. Hand finally body, starts to run, gets hit from behind, tries to throw it. I think that's up. They roll it incomplete.
No, his arm was moving forward. He was in the throwing motion. This will be 4th down.
So Southern Utah will have to punt it away as for the second time in 2 series, quarterback Wes Marshall has taken a hit and lost the football. The first one was a fumble. He recovered. This one is rolled an incomplete pass.
Now Andy Hugavine again went past him and turned around and came and got him from the backside.
So Paul Anundson dropping back to his own 45, awaits the punt from Perkins. Here's the kick, end over ender this time. And they'll let it hit. It'll take a Southern Utah bounce inside the Jacks 40 and go out of bounds about the 37.
Paul Anundson was thinking about it, but that time he let it roll past him.
So the Jacks up 14-0, have held the Thunderbirds a couple of times on their offensive efforts, and now the Jacks get the ball back at their own 37. And Andy Cardews getting to play for the first time in 8 quarters. Played briefly, 2 starts back, and then had to leave that Missouri-Raleigh game. Didn't play at all last week against Georgia Southern. And Cardews will now bring on Trevor Hone, it looks like, as the running back alongside of him. Davis goes out wide to the left as one of 3 wide receivers. Dusty Snyder's in the slot to the right. Now comes in motion from right to left, then retraces his steps. And Cardews out of the shotgun. Oh, there was movement, I think, on the right side of the Jacks line. One of the linemen on the right side seemed to move, and the play is halted here.
Prior to the snap, full start. For 61 in the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Yeah, Mitch Erickson, the right tackle, gets called for getting a quick start there, and the 5-yard walk-off back to the 32-yard line will make it 1st and 15.
Yeah, kind of a miscount. Looked like Andy was going to keep the ball roll around the right side that time, do something with it.
Micah Johnson's the widest of the 3 receivers out to the right side. Now Josh Davis realigning on the left side of the formation. Cardews looks to work out of the shotgun, and Molitor, the 3rd wideout, goes in motion from right to left. And Cardews out of the shotgun is going to roll to the right. He's going to run it all the way, 35, 40, and drug down at the 41-yard line. Design run for Cardews that time, and Steve Smith makes the stop at the 41 after about a 9-yard pickup. And it'll set up a 2nd down for the Jacks, and they'll still need about 6.
Well, Andy looks pretty good there as he's been fighting that ankle, first one then the other, and not really wearing any braces today on the ankles, and he got around the corner pretty good that time.
Well, we're just watching Andy in the pregame warm-ups. He has both ankles taped up pretty well, but still looked pretty mobile in the pregame warm-ups, moving around in front of the bench, and showed it there on that play once again.
Cardews working under center. Brock Campbell in motion from right to left. Watson the lone setback. And on 2nd down, long count, and then they hand off to Watson, trying to come up the middle, is hit behind the line, bounced off a tackler, can't get away from the 2nd and 3rd, and he'll be thrown for a loss. Couldn't get away from Levi Erickson, the big defensive end, a 250-pound junior, and so they'll give him the 40-yard line, a loss of 1, and it'll become a 3rd down for the Jacks, and they'll still need about 7 yards.
Well, the Thunderbirds that time really stuffed the line of scrimmage, and the hole that Anthony wanted to run through got closed in a hurry. He was almost able to break away and get around the left side.
So 3rd and 7, you would think be a passing situation for the Jacks. So they bring on Davis, Snyders, Micah Johnson, and Molitor, 4 wide receivers, and they move Watson out in the slot to the left, leaving just Andy Cardews in the backfield working out of the shotgun. 3rd and 7 from their own 40-yard line for the Jacks. Cardews will take the snap. He drops to throw. Here comes the blitz throw. Sharp got a man. Watson out across midfield. Inside the 45 to the 40 and tripped up from behind at about the 39-yard line by the free safety Jonathan King, or he might have been gone as the Jacks pick up the 1st down on the pass to Watson coming out of the backfield.
Well, he was.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Well, I was just going to say he was on the wing that time, so coming across the middle, he had no coverage. Anthony was wide open in the middle.
And if he'd been able to get that last little burst and break that ankle tackle, he had blockers downfield, probably would have made the end zone.
So the Jacks 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of Southern Utah. Cardews will work out of the shotgun here with wide receivers left and right. Davis comes to the right side. Dykhouse, one of the 2 tight ends, now as an H-back in the backfield, goes in motion. And on the 1st down play, it'll be the handoff. Here's Hone coming straight ahead. He'll take it to the 35, maybe the 34. And the 2nd effort will net him about a 5-yard gain on the 1st down run.
Well, Trevor Hone getting a chance to play here. Corey Koenig with a bit of an ankle injury, twisted an ankle, so he's had several good weeks in a row, but the Jacks fortunate to have 3 running backs that have all had good games this year.
Well, you recall 2 games back against Missouri Rolla, the Jacks had 3 backs run for over 100 yards. Trevor Hone had that big fourth quarter. He's the running back alongside Cardews, who works out of the shotgun. 3 wideouts to the left, and Micah Johnson split to the right. Cardews drops to throw on second down, looks left, then throws it deep down the left side, and it's caught by Davis inside the 15 to the 10 and out of bounds there as he makes an over-the-shoulder catch. And had he been able to redirect himself, might have got to the end zone, but he was running to the sideline and goes out at the 10.
Boy, what a nice touch pass by Andy Cardews. I was afraid there that Micah Johnson left the line a little too soon, but no flags.
And you watch Andy Cardews at the line of scrimmage. He dropped back. He was locked on to Josh Davis right away. Saw the one-on-one matchup on the outside, went for it, and got a first down.
And the Jacks go back to the 3 tight end formation now. And the 2 wideouts are Campbell left and Dobler right, with Hone the lone setback. Cardews working under center here. From the 10 where it's first and goal. And on first down, Hone will try to come up the middle, gets inside the 5 and fights his way forward to about the 3.
Well, you could see as soon as he got past that line of scrimmage, you could see the end zone, and he was going to try to go for it. Followed a good block there.
Well, Anthony Watson smelling touchdown, comes back in the lineup now to replace Trevor Hone.
That's almost not fair, huh?
Jacks continue to work with some big tight ends. Wagner's back in the lineup. And also Maxon Keating comes back on as they work in definitely a running formation here. The other tight end, Matt Anderson, lines up in the backfield as a fullback. Cardews working under center here on second down and goal from about the 3-yard line. Dobler, the lone wide receiver, comes back in motion right to left. And Cardews will hand it off to Watson off the left side. Watson trying to get to the goal line, and he's in for the touchdown. So Anthony Watson gets the Jacks' 3rd touchdown of this opening quarter. They've had a kickoff return, a touchdown reception, and now a run, and they're up 20-zip.
Well, you can tell it's running formation, but nice, strong running that time as Watson hit the pile, and it all just surged forward right into the end zone.
No, Jerry, you talked earlier about the size of Southern Utah's linebackers. It's a pretty even matchup up front, but if the Jackrabbits can get past the line of scrimmage, get into those linebackers and defensive backs with the run, SDSU with an advantage against those guys physically, and it paid off there. They were able to get into the end zone for the touchdown.
Parker Douglas looking for his 3rd extra point of the opening period. The kick is up, and the kick is good. It's South Dakota State 21, Southern Utah nothing. Here's the kickoff by Parker Douglas. Coop takes it about the 6, back across the 10 to the 15, 20, and tripped up at the 25-yard line as he tried to come up the middle and was submarine there. And is that Nash Simmet, I believe, coming down on special teams, who submarined him and gets credit for the tackle.
Jacks in their possession, 7 plays, 63 yards. Anthony Watson, a 3-yard touchdown run. Jacks have scored 3 touchdowns in about the first 10 minutes of the game.
Mark him down at the 27-yard line. Southern Utah gets their 3rd offensive series. They've yet to get into Jackrabbit territory and trail it here 21-0. Wes Marshall working out of the shotgun. He'll go with 3 wideouts to the left side and a 4th to the right. Reed, the big fullback, alongside him in the backfield. On first down, he is going to give it on the end around, trying to get outside his Coop out across the 30 and got about the 32. Coop, who's a starting tailback, had lined up that time as a wideout and come back in motion, took the handoff, and he'll pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards to about the 31.
Billy Ray Kirch had his hands on him right on the corner there, but he just squirted away and was able to get a couple positive yards.
So it'll be second down and 6 for Southern Utah at their own 31-yard line. Gordon Reed, the fullback, is from Samoa. And he is alongside Marshall in the backfield as he works out of the shotgun. 3 wideouts to the left and a 4th to the right side. Marshall on second down is going to keep it and is hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss at the 28-yard line. Mitch Pontrelli got through there and wouldn't let him go. I think that was a design run by Marshall, but Pontrelli never let him get out of his first step, and the loss on the play to the 28.
Well, that's a case where Pontrelli's responsibility was the quarterback and coming up the middle, and he didn't buy any kind of head fake that Marshall put on him, and he was able to grab him right there.
Boy, if Mitch was touched at the line of scrimmage, it wasn't for very long. He shot that gap in a hurry.
So 3rd down at about 9 for Southern Utah. Marshall out of the shotgun with 4 wide receivers, drops to throw, looking left, Can't find anybody. Fires it over the middle, low and incomplete behind the intended receiver, and it's going to be 4th down again for Southern Utah.
Boy, Marshall's had a tough time throwing the ball today. Behind receivers, over receivers, into the dirt.
So another punt coming up here. Brandon Perkins averaging 41 yards a kick on the season. And yet they've got to do anything tricky at a punt formation, but John Stiglmeyer warned us they will sometime during the game. Perkins gets the snap, steps up. Here's his kick. Boy, he just got it away. Line drive kick over the head, though, of the return man, and they'll have to let it roll. It'll get inside the 30 down to the 27. Well, Paul Onenson, had he been able to get to that football, might have had a nice return on that line drive, but the kick got over his head and took a Southern Utah roll.
I think it was kind of like a knuckleball the way he hit it, and it kind of sailed on him. Really just sailed over his head.
So it'll be 1st and 10, South Dakota State at their own 27-yard line, leading at 21-0. Corey Koenig checks into the backfield for the first time this afternoon. He, as we said, has had an outstanding season, leading rusher coming in, bothered by a leg injury, and ends up being the number 3 man here this afternoon. He's in the backfield, though, with Cardews working under center. Wide receivers left and right. Jack's first down at their own 27. And Cardews is going to hand it off. Koenig trying to get outside. He'll cut back and tripped up as he crossed the 30 to the 31-yard line. And a gain of about 4 on first down before, believe it or not, Jason Ripley makes the stop.
You thought about that, didn't you?
It is. Second down and 6.
Taylor Murray came up with his hands out like, hey, I didn't hold him. No flag.
So the Jacks working from their own 31. And they will send Davis and Molitor and Snyders, all 3 wide receivers, out to the left side. Anthony Watson's in the backfield now. And Cardews working out of the shotgun here. Now Davis realigns as a flanker to the right side. And on second down, Snyders starts in motion from the left. And flags fly before we get underway, and maybe the Jacks had too much motion.
Too many guys moving at once, apparently, although it looked like everybody got set.
Prior to the snap, full start. Number 88 on the offense.
Yep.
5-yard penalty. Second down.
Yeah, Chris Wagner, the tight end, gets called for this one. So the loss of 5 takes it back to the 25-yard line. I think we got a bit of a benefit on the spot there, about a 4-yard penalty walk-off. But Micah Johnson out to the left side. And they're chanting happy birthday to somebody down in the... So we'll wish him happy birthday, whoever it is. Meanwhile, second down for the Jacks and 10+. Cardews out of the shotgun. Andy going to drop to throw. Cardews steps up, throws deep left side. Davis there again, and this time here comes the flag. Yep, it looked like it was going to be interference, but the official took a little while to get it out of his pocket. He did call it against Jonathan King. 21-0 South Dakota State, and the Jacks on the move again here. Will have the football after the penalty walk-off from the line of scrimmage against Southern Utah.
And again, you go back to watch Andy Cardews and what he was doing in the pocket. Josh Davis was first choice. Andy locked onto him right away. First down on the penalty.
On the walk-off, the Jacks will have it at the 40-yard line. First down and 10. 3:04 to go in the opening quarter. 21-0 South Dakota State on top. As the Jackrabbits will send Davis out to the right side. Molitor goes left with Snyders in the slot to the left side. Cardews out of the shotgun here, and Watson alongside. Now Snyders comes back in motion from left to right. And Cardews, after the long count, will take the snap, roll to the left on the option, pitch it badly behind Watson, and Southern Utah over to pick it up, trying to dive on it, and looks like they may have it at the Jackrabbit 30-yard line. That play was kind of doomed from the start, as it looked like Southern Utah was well set up to cover that option play, and then a bad pitch over Watson's head, and Southern Utah gets it at the 30 of the Jacks. And a big turnover there with 2:53 to go in the opening period. And Southern Utah has an injured player down at the 40-yard line. But Southern Utah set up in good position here, and on first down, back to throw Marshall. Marshall is going to be hit, bounce off a tackle, and not the second. Sack back at the 40-yard line. Run down there by Eric Schroeder. From his defensive tackle spot, he'll get his second sack of the season.
I think Marshall was looking for his tight end, Johansson, deep down the near sideline. Johansson was double covered, and by the time Marshall had a chance to look at his second option, that pocket was right on top of him.
So mark it down the 39-yard line, a 9-yard loss on the play, and it's 2nd down and 19 for Southern Utah. Joey Hulan out to the right side with 2 other receivers, and their top receiver, Eason, comes out by himself to the left side. Marshall working out of the shotgun here on 2nd and long. Takes the snap, drops to throw, throws it right side, and it's going to be incomplete, in and out of the hands of Joey Hulan on the right side. So it'll be a 3rd and 19 coming up here for Southern Utah.
Low throw to Hulan on the right side. He was on his back trying to juggle the ball and bring it in, but it got away from him at the last instant. Now it's 3rd down and long.
So 3rd down and 19 for the Thunderbirds, who have their best offensive opportunity of the day after recovering the fumble in Jackrabbit territory. Wes Marshall out of the shotgun. Marshall drops to throw, heavy pressure. He steps up, throws over the middle, got a man, but overshoots him. Incomplete inside the 5-yard line as he had a man down the field and couldn't catch up with Hulan, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, you take a look at that play as it evolved down the field. Hulan had inside position at about the 5-yard line, but the ball was thrown out in front of him. Hank McCall actually had a better shot at the football than the receiver did.
So they're going to go into punt formation. This is the kind of spot they might try something interesting.
Let me try to connect from this end. Is it still trying to connect?
So from midfield is where Perkins stands. Gets the snap, and now he's going to roll to the right, and he falls down. He fell down at his own 48-yard line. So the Jacks are going to have it right at midfield is where they decided to mark the football down. And Cardew's under center here on 1st down from midfield. Watson the lone setback. And Cardew's with a long count on 1st down. He'll hand it off to Watson off the left side. Watson gets a couple of yards, then going to be stacked up at about the 48-yard line. Good coverage there by the Thunderbirds. And Jimmy Judd, the defensive end, was on Watson to make the stop after a short gain. Let's give him about 2.5. And it'll be 2nd down and long for the Jacks. Down to a 1.5 to go in this opening quarter. South Dakota State leading at 21-0. Davis out to the left side. Here comes Molitor wide to the right. Dusty Snyder's in the slot to the left side. And Cardew's going to work under center. Watson the lone setback. On 2nd and long. So the Utah showing blitz. Cardew's drops to throw. Throws right side low, incomplete, intended for Snyder's. And he'll set up 3rd down and long for the Jackrabbits. So the Jacks with a 3rd down play upcoming.
Yeah, Steve, that time after looking at Davis deep a couple of times, they decided to go in the flat to Snyder's. The ball was thrown low, and he had no chance of coming up with that one, and now it's 3rd down and about, 7?
3rd, let's call it 7 for the Jacks. They work outside the 47-yard line of Southern Utah. Wide to the right side will come Snyder's. Micah Johnson split wide to the left. Out of the shotgun, Cardew's with Watson alongside. Cardew's takes the snap, rolls to the right, delayed handoff to Watson. Watson trying to come up the middle, bounced off a tackle at the 45, fights his way to the 40-yard line, still on his feet at the 35, 30, 25 to the 20, to the 15. He ran over a man to about the 13-yard line. Watson would just not go down and takes it all the way down to about the 13-yard line of Southern Utah, where it's going to be 1st and 10, South Dakota State.
2 big things on that run for Anthony Watson. Number 1, he kept the feet churning, and number 2, kept trying to go north and south and kept breaking tackles, got to the 1st down stick. The sideline was open, and now SDSU in position at the Southern Utah 12-yard line, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Jacks at the 12-yard line. And coming out wide to the right side is Davis. Trevor Hone is now the tailback in an I set, with Dan Dykhouse setting up as the fullback in this I. And Cardew's working under center from the 12-yard line. Andy Cardew's drops to throw, throws it to the end zone for Davis, and can he get it? I think so. No, they say he was juggling as it went out of bounds.
No.
Oh, Davis thought he had the touchdown. Dallas, you're down there.
Josh got the foot inbounds but could not keep possession. Came out, and that's why the touchdown didn't count. Josh pleading his case, but The official says no, he did not keep possession, and the Jackrabbits go to second down.
Yeah, the initial thought was, could he get his feet in? And he did, but the official ruled he had not complete control of the football, and so it'll be second down and 10 from the 12.
And you could see that play coming. Josh had one-on-one coverage on the outside. The safety was tied up inside, and Andy saw it, and that was the place to go.
Oh, now we got movement before the play.
Okay,
That'll stop
turn
the
your
play.
Smarty off. Reach in the back and turn it off.
So it's going to be a
Turn it off and then turn it back on.
second.
Right side of the offensive line. 5-yard penalty, second and down.
Five-yard penalty against the Jacks marks it back to the 17-yard line. As the right side of the line guilty of the infraction, down to the final 13 seconds of the quarter. And the Jacks at the line of scrimmage now. Out of the eye, Trevor Holm, the tailback. From the 17, Davis, the wideout, comes back in motion right to left. Play action, Andy rolling left, one man to beat. He throws to the end zone, caught by Davis for the touchdown. With 7 seconds left to go in the period, the Jacks have their fourth touchdown.
Unsportsmanlike coming up against somebody.
Yeah, flag after the touchdown catch. But Davis gets the touchdown reception from the 17. And Cardews and Davis have hooked up for a couple of scores already. The Jacks lead it 27-0. Jacks get the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And let's see if they assess it here or on the kickoff. They'll assess it on the kickoff, which means the Thunderbirds will have a chance to improve their field position. But right now, Parker Douglas looks to try to tack on an extra point.
After the touchdown, sportsmanlike conduct. Brady on South Dakota State. 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
So they'll enforce that penalty on the kickoff as Parker Douglas looks to try to add the extra point. Chris Dobler, the holder. Ball is put down. The kick by Douglas is up, and it is good. The score is South Dakota State 28 and Southern Utah nothing. Parker Douglas to kick it off for the Jacks here with 7 seconds left in the period. Has to kick off from his own 20 after the unsportsmanlike conduct, and Coop will handle back at his own 15 to the 20, up to middle 25, 30, 35 to the 40, and finally going to be thrown down about the 42-yard line. As John Perry and company come over to make the stop. And Southern Utah will have their best starting position other than the turnover they had in Jackrabbit territory as they start at their own 42.
That was kind of an interesting return. Coop wound up grabbing the ball over the top of his head, bobbled it, and just kind of coasted up to the wedge and through the wedge and wound up giving Southern Utah a pretty good field position to start this drive.
So Southern Utah with the football. Wes Marshall, the quarterback, going to work under center here on first down from his own 42. Going to send a man in motion, Hulen, from left to right, but they hand it off to the tailback trying to bounce outside. No running room, and got maybe a yard with second effort, and that'll be the last play of the opening quarter as Jamar Lee back in at the tailback spot got the carry. So we played one quarter of football with the scores South Dakota State 28 and Southern Utah nothing. Southern Utah starts the second quarter with Marshall rolling right, throwing back to the left side. It's going to be caught, but nowhere to go for Eason as he fought his way up near the 45. And a minimal gain on the play, and it'll set up a third and long for Southern Utah, shy of the 45-yard line.
Good play for Southern Utah. Eason started out on the left side of the formation. They got the Jackrabbit defense flowing to the right side. Kind of brought Eason back against the motion. He was open over the middle, but once he got the ball, as you mentioned, Steve, nowhere for him to go.
So third down, let's call it about 7 for Southern Utah at their own 45-yard line. Trailing the Jacks 28-0 here early in the second quarter. Wes Marshall out of the shotgun. Marshall drops to throw. Marshall with time, throws it over the middle, but high and incomplete. It'll set up fourth down. And another punting situation coming up for Southern Utah.
Yeah, no chance for Marshall to complete that one. Trees was step for step with the receiver over the middle, and fourth down play for Southern Utah, and South Dakota State should come up with a fairly decent field position out of this kick if it's a kick.
Paul Onenson waiting a kick, and Perkins got it away. And Onenson has to let it angle to the sidelines, but he got it and then gets to the sidelines and stepped out of bounds at about the 25.
Well, we have to apologize here just a bit. We've had some technical difficulties, but we are back, and apologize for that. And Steve, the Jacks have scored probably since we were away one more time.
Well, just a quick review. 4 touchdowns in the opening quarter as Jerron Harris returned the opening kickoff, 86 yards for a score. With 9:52 to go in the period, a 35-yard touchdown pass Cardews to Davis. With 5:25 to go in the opening period, a 3-yard touchdown run by Anthony Watson. And with just 7 seconds left to go in the opening quarter, Cardews to Davis for a second time, this time 17 yards. And the Jacks lead it 28-0 as they get the ball back, 1st and 10, and working from their own 25-yard line, the first series of the second quarter for South Dakota State. Cardews back and starting this week at quarterback, hands it off. Nope, going to keep it, throw it, left side, got a man, out across the 35 to the 40-yard line goes Maxon Keating, one of those extra tight ends. Little play action there as they fake the handoff to Koenig and able to come left. Cardews able to find the open man.
Yeah, a little fake roll-off had us all going the other way with Cardews coming to the near sideline, and a nice pass play for the first down.
Well, Andy's shown good ball handling skills coming back after the week off. Got 3 wideouts to the right side, and Micah Johnson by himself out to the left side. Cardews out of the shotgun. Looks to throw right, throws short to Molitor. Molitor couldn't break a tackle, though, and is brought down after only about a yard pickup on the play. And Andy not happy about something as he barks out to some of his teammates there. That was kind of an odd-looking play to start with, Dallas Cole.
Well, it started out rough from the snap. Andy Cardews made a pretty good one-handed stab in midair to get the snap, first of all. And then Southern Utah collapsed on the receiver pretty well and held it to only about a 1-yard gain, making it 2nd down and 9.
Brock Campbell's in as a wideout to the right side. Snyder's and Davis and Molitor, 3 wideouts to the left side. Jacks looking at 2nd and about 9 from their own 43. And Cardews out of the shotgun is going to hand it off this time. Here comes Watson up the middle across the 45 to midfield and falls into Thunderbird territory. Shy of a first down, though, at about the 49. They still need about a yard and a half. So it'll become 3rd and short for the Jacks, just into Thunderbird territory. And the Jacks will bring on a couple of tight ends and take out a couple of wide receivers. Luke Graving in the lineup. And also checking in was Dykhouse. Molitor and Davis are 2 wide receivers in the lineup. They come left and right. Watson stays on as the setback on 3rd and short. And now in motion comes one of the tight ends, Anderson, and here comes the handoff to Watson trying the right side, and he'll get tripped up at the line of scrimmage, fall forward. Appears to be just shy as Jason Ripley got just enough of him to knock him off balance, and he couldn't quite get to the first down sticks. Now 4th down and only about a yard. Let's see if the Jacks would go for it here in Thunderbird territory, leading at 28-0.
Boy, watching the sideline right now, Steve, there's no inclination that they're going to kick the ball. This is going to be line up and go, I think.
Yep, it'll be 4th down and less than a yard. Bring on an extra tight end. And Watson remains the setback. Cardews sets him down on 4th down at the 48-yard line of Southern Utah. Cardews try to draw him off with a long count, and then he'll hand it off. Watson left side, first down, bounced off a tackle inside the 45, down to the 40. Going to be 1st down and 10 from the 40 of Southern Utah.
Boy, nice big hole there. Again, the Jack offensive line doing a really nice job of setting those running lanes today.
So 1st and 10 again, South Dakota State.
And the secondary collapsing on Anthony quickly at about the 40-yard line. Otherwise, he splits that last line of defense. He's off to the races.
Davis out wide left. Molitor split wide to the right side. Cardews going to work out of the shotgun here on 1st down. As Matt Anderson, one of the tight ends, comes back in motion as an H-back now. And on 1st down, they'll hand it off instead. And a flag goes down as Hone got inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line, but there were flags early in the play.
That came out of the defensive backfield, and Southern Utah is clapping.
So we'll wait for our referee, Mike Deutsch. It's a hold on the Jacks. Well, the Jackrabbits, who had 4 opening quarter touchdowns to go up 28-0.
During the run, legal hands. For 74 on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
Paul Kaiser listed as the guilty party here. So the walk-off takes it back out to about the 48-yard line. And the Jacks still have first down there, but first and about 18. And now we have the officials calling for an official timeout. Steve Smith, the linebacker of the Thunderbirds, looks like he needed a helmet adjustment.
A little equipment problem there going to the sideline.
Well, he got a cup of water along with it. Does that
well, I think
count?
I think he's going to sit for a minute.
Oh, okay. They replaced him in the lineup. So Micah Johnson to the left side, and the Jacks send 3 wideouts to the right, plus move Hone in the slot to the right. This formation worked successfully with a throw to the running back Watson last time they set up that way, although this time Hone realigns in the backfield. On first down, rolling right, Cardews. Cardews looks downfield, pulls up, fires it, and it's going to be tipped, and oh, it should have been intercepted. Was not. It was bobbled after touching at least 2, maybe 3 Thunderbirds.
Well, Josh Davis went down and out, and Andy threw that ball down and in and into a group of white shirts. Boy, he's lucky that wasn't picked off.
They looked like they were playing volleyball.
Those Southern Utah defenders looked like the most surprised people in the place that ball was coming on them.
Yeah, it came down on them, and they tried to put the brakes on, and the ball got tipped but went over their heads.
So the ball at the 47-yard line of Southern Utah, where it's second down, but about 17. Snyders and Davis out to the right side, Molitor slot left, and the 4th wide receiver comes wide to the left side as Cardews works out of the shotgun. Cardews, he's going to hand it off. Hone up the middle inside the 40 and tripped up as he fought his way to the 35. He was submarined by Spencer Meyer from his defensive back spot, and had he not gotten enough of Hone that time, he might have got the first down, but instead he's tripped up about 5 yards shy at the 35.
Boy, how many times today has SDSU run the ball and it's been an ankle grab here or a little trip there that spelled the difference between a shorter gain and a big play?
But they certainly are having the gaps to run in.
Now third down, a long 5. Davis out wide to the right, Molitor split left, and Cardews will work out of the shotgun with a double tight end set. On third down, Cardews. Well, we have another play halted before it gets underway, so who moved this time?
Nobody moved. Delay a game. Play clock was at 0.
Yep.
Yeah, too much time.
So instead of that 3rd and about 5, it's back to 3rd and 10. Well, the Jacks have had their share of penalties here in the first half, and we mentioned Southern Utah came in leading the league in penalties, but ironically, their opposition this year have had more penalties.
Well, what's that say then, that you have long, ugly games?
They've obviously intimidated the opponents into some penalties. Davis wide to the right, Molitor split to the left. Jacks now looking in perhaps a passing situation on 3rd and 10 from the 40-yard line of Southern Utah. Here comes the blitz, and back to throw Cardews. Jacks pick it up, throws right side, and that's going to be incomplete. Davis looking for a flag, won't get one this time, and it's going to be 4th down.
Pretty tight coverage back there.
Yeah, I think there was Spencer Meyer again, and he did have an arm around Davis with the pass a little behind him and low, and it's going to be a punting situation perhaps, but we'll see what the Jacks decide to do from the 40.
Well, they're looking at the sideline here. Nothing's changed yet. So
do they ask Parker Douglas if he can go 57 yards?
Well, he's come close. Well, no decision
There's
yet.
little or no breeze this afternoon, and they are going to send out the punting team.
They're going to have to hurry.
Yeah, the play clock's at 8. Of course, punting here, you can take the 5-yard penalty if you want and not really affect you. And that's what they're going to do because the play clock just ran out.
Well, they give.
Yeah, with Bainbridge punting, it's not, you don't lose much here, losing 5 yards, because he's going to be punting with the line of scrimmage, the 45 of Southern Utah. Punting from his own 40, and Neal came in averaging better than 42 yards a boot.
And this is the first punt of the game for the Jacks.
So Southern Utah sends back a return man as Bainbridge looks to punt from his own 40. Gets the snap, steps up, here's his kick. Angling and fair catch caught. They let it roll, and McCall knocked it down at the 1. Can they save it? It's still in bounds, and it's going to be downed by the Jacks as Brock Campbell also kept it from getting into the end zone. McCall batted it at the 1, but it was still kind of wobbly, and so Campbell tried to stop it, and then it was finally down by the Jacks, they say, at about the 2-yard line.
And after McCall hit it, that ball was just teetering at the goal line. They were able to get the second contact and bat it back out into the field of play, and now Southern Utah starts at their own 3-yard line.
Yep, it was batted forward. They listed as the 3, where it was finally touched by the Jacks officially to down it.
42-yard kick by Neil Bainbridge that time.
So Southern Utah has to work with their backs in their end zone. They'll give it to the tailback, who's hit and dropped at about the 1. And DJ Fisher, one of those in on the stop. You heard John Stiegelmeier say DJ's been hurting, but he'll play some today, and he was in on that stop as they'll give him forward progress outside the 1, but shy of the 2.
Boy, Jamar Lee took that handoff and looked like he was anticipating a hit as soon as he got the ball because he just wrapped up right away.
So second down, and let's call it the 11 for Southern Utah from their own 2. Eason out to the left side, and Hewlin comes out to the right. Jamar Lee lined up deep in his own end zone. And on second down, play action. Marshall wants to throw deep down the right side, and Gentili tips it away from Hewlin up around the 35.
I think Hugh Land turned into the defender there because Gentili really had good position on that.
Yeah, Gentili made that last cut at about the 30-yard line, got inside the receiver, had better position on the ball than, as you mentioned, who then became the defender, tipped it away, and now it's third down and 11 for Southern Utah, back at about their own 1.5.
Well, the Jacks are already up 28-0, looking to hold here on third down and force a punt from deep in the end zone by the Thunderbirds. They keep Reed in the backfield. The fullback alongside Marshall has to work out of the shotgun, standing in his own end zone. Third down, 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right side. Marshall drops to throw. Marshall looking, throws it left side, got a man, and Eason broke the tackle and gets the first down. So Tyler Cook was over there defending him. Oh, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds before he got the first down.
Yeah, he caught it and he pivoted and tried to dive forward, but apparently stepped on the white line over there.
There's a break for the Jacks because Cook came up early on him and hit him, but Eason broke the tackle and appeared to dive for the first down, but the official said nope, his foot hit the sideline about a yard shy.
And here comes the punt team.
So that means Brandon Perkins will have to punt from his own goal line, and the Jackrabbits with Paul Onenson standing near midfield, hoping to get great field position here.
Well, the Jacks put a lot of pressure on Marshall, the quarterback that time, but the Thunderbirds did a good job of protecting him.
Perkins gets the snap. It almost fell down as he gets the kick off, a high wobbly kick, and no fair catch. It's handled, and they'll try to run it back, but to the 45 is as far as they can get with it, as Paul Onenson doesn't like the fair catch, and he took it back about 5 yards. There's a penalty flag thrown at the spot of the tackle.
33-yard kick that time.
So let's wait and see what the penalty is all about.
And a block in the back. That came from the far sidelines where the flag's at, yep.
Yeah, penalties on the Jacks. So it's marked off from the spot where the tackle was made and is going to come back to the 45-yard line of the Jacks, but still good field position to start their next series. 8:20 to go here in the first half. All the action on 570 WNEX in Yankton. I'm Steve Emming alongside Jerry Oster. Dallas Cole on the field today, and Jacks up 28-0. All that scoring came in the opening quarter. Andy Cardews works under center. Trevor Hone is on as the running back. A couple of wide receivers to the left side. Keating, who comes back in motion left to right. And Cardews keeps it on the ground. Hone up the middle. Hone will get it out near the midfield stripe and pick up about 5 on the first down carry. Trevor Hone came into the game with 294 yards on the season on just 30 carries, as he had that huge fourth quarter against Missouri Rolla, breaking one long touchdown run and nearly breaking another. Dusty Snyders, Josh Davis, Chris Molitor all come out to the left side. Micah Johnson split to the right. And this time Cardews works out of the shotgun on second down. Cardews takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Watson. Watson to midfield, diving forward, gets to about the 47. He'll be a couple of yards shy of a first down. Found a bit of a crease there, but then it was closed down, and the stop made by Jimmy Judd of the Thunderbirds is going to be 3rd and 2.
Thunderbirds that time brought up one of their linebackers on the line of scrimmage on the right side, and that time Watson did a good job running away from it toward the left side where there was more running room.
So on 3rd and short for the Jacks, again in Southern Utah territory, where they've spent a good portion of this first half. Davis wide to the right. Molitor comes split to the left. Watson is the running back. Double tight end set, one of whom, Matt Anderson, comes off the line as an H-back in motion now. And Cardew's working under center, play action, rolling to the right side. Got a lot of running room. He'll pull it down and run inside the 40, 35 to the 30, and going to be out of bounds about the 26-yard line.
Boy, what a great play fake, as he had most of the Thunderbirds going the other way. And then he was starting to point, and Josh Davis doing a nice job of downfield block and helping get some extra yardage.
Yeah, when he rolled out, he had so much green there that even though he took a look downfield, he took off early and gets the first down just inside the 27, just shy of the 26 of Southern Utah.
Good play fake, plus the fact that he's thrown to big plays to Josh Davis. They have to respect that, so it just opens up the running lane for Cardew's on that far side.
Cardew's with 3 wide receivers. Snyder's one of them, coming back in motion left to right. Cardew's out of the shotgun, and he is going to run option left. He'll keep it inside the 25 to about the 20, the 15-yard line. So Cardew's with another successful run on the option and picks up the first down before Jonathan King makes the stop at the 15-yard line of Southern Utah.
Boy, some shifty running that time. He had Chris Molitor as a trailing back as his pitch guy if he needed him, but a couple of nice head fakes by Cardew's, and he got the first down.
And at the end of the play, Andy put his head down and was dishing out the punishment. He wasn't taking the hit either.
Well, you had to think his ankles are feeling a lot better this afternoon.
Sure looks that way.
Davis wide right. Jackson a running formation, though, with 3 tight ends. One of them, Matt Anderson, is a fullback in an I set. Watson the tailback here on first down at the 15-yard line. Cardew's maybe changing the play as he step back under center. Yeah, he wants to throw. He's throwing for Davis. Got him at the 10. He'll try to get outside, and he'll be run down at about the 8 as he broke the initial tackle, but the Thunderbirds had good coverage, and the secondary man got him and then comes up limping, and he'll have to leave the game.
Well, he tried to put a move on and did put a move on and might have twisted an ankle a bit when he spun the other way. But quick throw that time by Andy Cardew's quick drop and the dump off pass to the right side to Josh Davis.
I think there was Spencer Meyer, the safety, who had a limp off. So they'll mark it down at just inside the 10. And it'll be second down and about 5 for the Jacks. Watson the lone setback. 2 wideouts now. Davis left, Molitor right. Cardew's going to hand it off. Watson hit, though, quickly and dropped behind the line for a loss of a couple. Good penetration that time by Southern Utah. And they get him down there as Derek Hood from his defensive tackle spot, and one of those true freshman linebackers, Alex Richardson, helps out on the stop.
Richardson in particular got good penetration off the right side of the defensive front, and Anthony had no opportunity whatsoever to really get a strong run underway, and now it's 3rd down and 7.
From the 12-yard line, and Molitor comes left, Davis wide right. Snyder's in the slot to the right side, leaving Chris Wagner the lone tight end. And Watson in the backfield alongside Cardew's, who works out of the shotgun. On 3rd down, here comes the blitz. Cardew's picked it up. They show right side, and Wagner dropped it inside the 10. He had some coverage over there, but Chris couldn't hold on to the pass, and now we'll see the field goal unit come on for the first time this afternoon.
Pass a little bit low as that ball was below his waist, and couldn't get both hands on it. Pretty good coverage over there. I'm not sure he got to the first down stick.
Well, no breeze to speak of at all today. Parker Douglas will try to kick a field goal here. He is 13 of 19 on the season. This will be set down about the 19, a 29-yard field goal attempt for Douglas as the Jacks try to get the first points of the second quarter. There's the ball put down. The kick by Douglas is up, and the kick is good. And the score will read South Dakota State 31 and Southern Utah nothing. Well, it's been all South Dakota State this afternoon, and the Jacks get the first points here in the second quarter.
Yeah, 7 plays on that drive, and the Jacks started at their own 45-yard line before Parker Douglas hitting that 29-yard field goal to put the Jacks up 31-0.
And Parker Douglas will kick it off here with Coop, the deep back for Southern Utah. As Douglas kicks it away, that will sail deep, and Coop at the 2, back across the 5 to the 10, outside to the 15, to the 20, 25, to the 30, and finally going to run down about the 33-yard line. Justin Kubish and John Perry able to get him down there, but a pretty good return by Coop. Southern Utah, 1st and 10 at their own 33.
I'm sure Southern Utah trying to look for something that works. They've got to be frustrated here as they've had really unable to mount any kind of offense here in the first half.
Well, they have worked with 2 different quarterbacks this year, and Wes Marshall got the start today over Zach Connors, and he'll continue on at quarterback at least in this series. Coop is on as the lone setback, and they work with 3 wide receivers. On first down from their own 33. They will play action, roll right, one to throw. Marshall throwing, caught, got the tight end 40-45. Brett Johansson on the catch, and a first down for Southern Utah at their own 45-yard line.
Well, Marshall doing a nice job of play fake that time, rolling to the right and finding his tight end along the sideline.
Well, he dove out across the 45. They will give him the extra 2 yards to the 47. 1st and 10, Southern Utah at that spot is Brett Johansson, a junior out of Nampa, Idaho, who came in with 13 catches on the year, makes the reception here. Now Joey Hulen and Jerome Eason, a couple of their top receivers, both in the formation, left and right. And working out of the shotgun is Marshall. On first down from his own 47. He'll take the snap, roll to the left, wants to throw, fires it, got a man wide open inside the Jacks 45, and then getting wrapped up at about the 42, but not before Southern Utah has another first down. And Joey Hulen on the reception, able to move the sticks.
Yeah, John Perry making the tackle. Looks like the Jacks playing a little soft on defense here, but they're going to have to tighten it up with a little more pressure on Marshall again as he's had time to throw.
1st and 10, Southern Utah at the Jackrabbit 42. Eason goes left. Hulen comes wide to the right side. Another wide out in the slot to the left as Wes Marshall works under center. Marshall put a man in motion from left to right, then dropped to throw. He looks, fires it right side, through the hands of the intended receiver, incomplete. Intended for LaRue Burley, who had lined up in the slot that time, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Looked like he might have heard the big feet of John Perry in the neighborhood there, because boy, the ball went through just as Perry was closing in.
So 2nd down and 10, and Burley leaves, and Bobby Pond, another wide out, comes on to replace him. And Pond comes out to the right side as one of the receivers, along with Hulen. And they spring a man to the left side as well. That's Eason. Marshall going to work out of the shotgun here on 2nd down. Jacks showing blitz from the right side, and here it comes, but he throws left side and got a man, and Eason down immediately at the 35 as they picked up the blitz and hit the hot receiver, and the gain of about 7, the catch by Eason. And at the Jackrabbit 35-yard line, it'll be 3rd and about 3. 3rd down and 3. Marshall out of the shotgun. Has 4 wide receivers, 3 of them to the right side. Marshall barking the snap call. Takes it, rolls left on the option, and he is going to be hit and dropped at about the line of scrimmage. That play never really developed. And Billy Ray Kirch got through to get him in the backfield. He had a pitch man there, but he kept it himself, and now it's 4th and 3 from the 35.
Boy, Billy Ray Kirch never bought the pitch. He came up in a hurry to get Marshall.
Yeah, Billy Ray found the right gap, came through virtually untouched, and Marshall had no chance on the keeper. He was wrapped up in the backfield for no gain.
Well, down 31-0. Southern Utah will go for it here. 4th and 3 at the Jackrabbit 35. Marshall will work out of the shotgun. Got 3 wide receivers out to the right side. He'll keep it back in alongside of him. Oh, and the left side of the line just took off down the field. Here comes a flag. Somebody missed the snap count there.
The tight end over there. Yeah, Johansson.
Johansson on the left side of the formation was about 10 yards down the field.
If I go on one, will anyone notice?
My goodness. He was behind the Jackrabbit safeties by the time they could get the flag out.
Well, he was going to be the open guy, I guess.
So instead of 4th down and 3, it's 4th and 8 from the 40-yard line. Again, 3 wideouts to the right, 1 split to the left. Marshall to work out of the shotgun. Marshall takes the snap, drops to throw, has time, throws it short, and it's shy of a first down. They caught it, but not a first down as Billy Ray Kirch was all over the receiver, and the Jacks take over at about their own 33-yard line.
Boy, and how big was that penalty? They needed another yard. They gave up 5 on the penalty.
So the Jacks get it back as they keep them about a yard and a half shy of that first down stick. And South Dakota State up 31-0 with 2:03 till halftime, gets the ball back at their own 33-yard line.
Pretty amazing when you look at the stats. Southern Utah now 27 yards, now 33 yards of total offense. The Jacks with 264.
Then, Jerry, take a look at that rushing total for Southern Utah.
Big minus there, minus 17.
Cardew's working out of the shotgun. Watson is alongside him in the backfield. Dusty Snyder's in motion from left to right, then retraces his steps. Cardew's on first down, high snap, but he pulls it down, and he was pulled down by a face mask.
Oh, man.
At the line of scrimmage.
Quite violently, too. Holy cow.
Well, Jimmy Judd made the stop, but clearly via the face mask.
And the way Andy was getting flung around, this should be 15.
Well, at least, I mean, that he wouldn't let go either.
That's what I mean.
Man.
Yeah, Cardew's comes up trying to shake it off, takes his helmet off because Jimmy Judd nearly took it off for him while it was strapped.
Whew.
Well, at least Andy was probably looking out the ear hole. Probably.
I mean, that is about as clear a face mask as you'll ever see.
Personal foul, face mask. 97 on the defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Yeah, 15-yard walk-off on Jimmy Judd. I mean, he never made an attempt to tackle him any other way.
Well,
he just reached up and grabbed the face mask and threw him down.
Well, yeah, and once he had a hold, he never attempted to let go. He just continued to pull him down by the face mask. Yikes.
Well, they mark it down at midfield. So the Jacks are 1st and 10 from the midfield stripe. Minute 55 till halftime, leading 31-0. Davis, Snyder's, Molitor out to the left, and also here comes Anthony Watson in the slot to the left. Wide to the right, Micah Johnson. The only man in the backfield is the quarterback, Cardew's, and now Watson realigns there alongside of him. Taking the snap, Andy rolls left, being chased, looking to throw. He'll fire it over the middle, incomplete. Really couldn't find anybody. Pretty good. Now a flag comes in again after the play. So again, some chippiness here, and this flag came in after that pass was well incomplete and comes back at the line of scrimmage, and they're looking at one of the Jacks.
Yeah, Paul Kaiser is kind of looking at the sky. Boy, you don't hope you don't give another dumb one right back.
That had nothing to do with the play at all, so obviously had to be either something said or a late push.
He was downfield.
Yeah, he was downfield. Yeah, it's illegal man downfield is the call. He got past the line of scrimmage, apparently.
Well, the flag was thrown well after the incompletion.
Number 74, 5-yard penalty, first down again.
And considering they threw it at his feet and he was standing at the 50-yard line.
Well, I don't know.
It's an unusual call,
to say the least.
But it's first down and 15, Jacks at their own 45. Cardew's will work out of the shotgun. Again, he's got the 3 wideouts to the left, plus Watson, who slips out into the slot. Now Cardew's drops to throw. Here comes the blitz. He throws it. He was hit as he throws. It's incomplete. Southern Utah was sending the blitz that time, and Cardew's had his arm hit as he was throwing it. It's incomplete and second down on the pass play. It'll be still 2nd and 15.
Well, they had Josh Davis and Micah Johnson on the right side and Dusty Snyder's on the left, but he tried to step up and throw and got hit.
Down to a minute 23 left to go. First half, Jacks up 31-0. Still have all 3 of their timeouts left, should they need them here in this final drive of the first half. Cardew's out of the shotgun, same formation. The 1 wide out to the right, and he drops to throw. Cardew's with time, throws it over the middle, and it's incomplete, intended for Davis, who got a hand on it inside the 25-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, Josh had a step at the 20. That ball hung up just a touch as it was coming into Josh, and he couldn't quite get both hands on the ball, and now the Jacks look at 3rd and long.
Davis with already 2 touchdown receptions this afternoon and 5 in the past 2 weeks. It looks like the Jacks will play a little conservative here and bring on the punt team at the 46-yard line of Southern Utah.
Well, the defense has played pretty well with throwing a shutout here in the first half.
Bainbridge gets the snap, steps up, and gets the kick away, angling for the sideline. It bounces inside the 15 to the 10, still rolling inside the 5, 4, and hit somebody at the 3. And Brock Gentile was down there to down it, but it hit him and stopped at about the 3. And that's where Southern Utah gets it with 53 seconds left to go here in the first half, trailing the Jacks 31-0.
Yeah, that ball hit Gentile's leg at the 3 and stopped. Otherwise, it probably rolls down to about the 1.5 or the 2.
Well, that time 43-yard punt by Neil Bainbridge, and he's gotten knocked 2 out inside the 20. In fact, 2 out inside the 5.
Well, Southern Utah called their timeout to get this opportunity, so
Sure.
let's see if they will throw from deep in their own end here.
Well, you got to wonder.
They will have it at their own 3-yard line, and they come to the line of scrimmage. They'll work out of the shotgun. Wes Marshall has to stand on his own end zone to get this snap. As the big fullback Reed alongside him and 4 wide receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Play action, he wants to throw, throws it over the middle, and that's going to be intercepted at the 32. Inside the 15 of Breifogel to the 10, to the 5, and stacked up at about the 4-yard line.
Boy, he just stepped in front of it there, that zone coverage over there. Marshall threw it into a sea of blue shirts, and Breifogel stepped in front of it.
Scott Breifogel, the junior out of Holstein, Iowa, coming up with his first interception. And the Jacks are in business, 1st and goal with 41 seconds to go here in the first half.
Boy, I don't know what he was thinking throwing that ball over there. There was a lot more blue shirts than white.
Well, the Thunderbirds have hurt themselves with interceptions. Marshall gets picked for the 6th time this year. His running mate, Zach Connors, who's been an on and off starter, has been intercepted 7 times already. Jacks have it 1st and goal. They'll start at their own 5. Watson, the running back. And Maxon Keating in motion from left to right. Cardew's working under center, and on 1st down, he is going to roll to the right. Has a man, Keating, I didn't see him. Now he tries to look again, throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Davis.
Josh did a good job of getting loose, coming back toward the front of the end zone as he saw Andy was in trouble.
Yeah, Maxon Keating was open momentarily, and I think he maybe saw him too late as he got covered up, and then Davis got free, and Josh gets his 3rd touchdown of the first half.
Okay, Josh did what receivers should do, started working back to the quarterback, found an open spot about 2 yards deep in the end zone, just kind of sat down, and Andy got him the ball, and the Jacks get the touchdown.
So the Jacks go up 37-0 here with 33 seconds left till halftime, and a flag before this play gets underway. The officials will have to put these flags in the washing machine.
Man.
Illegal participation. They have 12 men on the field, I guess.
Yeah, and then you're the guy that has to run off. Like.
Southern Utah has to send a guy off there who was the 12th guy on the field.
Penalties declined. Try for point.
So Parker Douglas will try again. Well, I mentioned during the week Southern Utah does list 13 starters on defense because they use different defenses, and maybe they weren't sure which one was in the game this time, and maybe he's one of the starters, one of the 13. Ball put down. Here's the kick up by Parker Douglas, and it is good. The score will read South Dakota State 38, Southern Utah 0, with just 33 seconds left till intermission. Here's the boot by Douglas, a line drive kick. Will get to Coop. He lets it bounce at the 5, picks it up at the 3, back across the 5, 10, 15 to the 20, and then brought down about the 24-yard line. And that's where Southern Utah will have it for 26 seconds.
Well, at least they have a little operating room here instead of starting on their own 3 that turned into a disaster for them last time.
Question is, if you're Coach Wes Meyer, do you maybe just run the ball and go to the locker room and try to regroup, or do you put it back in the air here?
Well, I don't know. I don't think you want to get too fancy here. You might, just call it a half and see what you can come up with at halftime.
Well, they huddle on the sidelines and come directly to the line of scrimmage. And quarterback Wes Marshall will work out of the shotgun here. Jamar Lee is back on as his running back. He's got 4 wideouts, 2 to the left and 2 to the right. And Marshall on 1st down drops to throw. Marshall looks, fires it right side, and incomplete behind Joey Hulen, who was open, but the pass was behind him, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Boy, to say Marshall has struggled in the first half would be kind. He has just really not hit the mark. He hit 2 in a row for 2 first downs here late in the quarter, but he has really struggled trying to hit receivers that a lot of times are open.
Joey Hulen is one of the many transfers that Southern Utah, he transferred from the University of Hawaii. Does anybody transfer from the University of Hawaii? I thought they transferred to the University of Hawaii. 2nd down and 10, and now they take a knee. They want to go to the locker room, so Marshall took the knee. And unless the Jacks call a timeout, which I don't think they will, the final 15 seconds are going to tick away. And the score at halftime is going to read South Dakota State 38 and Southern Utah nothing. Thunderbirds now down 38-0. Will get their hands on the football. Very light breeze here this afternoon. Very unlike Brookings, really, but the flag fairly limp right now as Parker Douglas has it teed up, and Coop is the return man for the Thunderbirds standing down around the goal line.
And here we go.
Here's the kickoff, and a pooch kick. One of the upbacks has to handle at the 25, gets back across the 30, and spun down about the 33-yard line. Bobby Pond, a wide receiver, took that as one of the upbacks, and the Jacks intentionally pooch kicking that time, and it'll be at the 33.
Well, I don't know if they want to avoid a return because Southern Utah had a couple of pretty good field position starts there to their drives.
So 1st and 10, Southern Utah, their own 33-yard line. Let's see if they make a change at the quarterback spot to start this second half of football. And it appears they will as they bring on Zach Connors, who is a senior and actually a transfer from St. Mary's. He left when they gave up football a couple of years ago, came over to Southern Utah. Now he starts the second half at quarterback. He works out of the shotgun from his own 33. Connors will take the snap. He'll hand it off to the fullback. Reed out across the 35 up near the 40-yard line. First carry for the 235-pound senior, Gordon Reed, as the Thunderbirds keep it on the ground and pick up about 8 on 1st down.
Well, didn't give him quite that many on the spot, doesn't look like.
Well, they give him 7 to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 3. Out wide to the right, Hugh Len. And then coming out to the left side will be Eason. Bobby Pond also in the slot to the left. Connors stays in the shotgun on 2nd down at about 3. And Connors will take the snap and keep it on the ground again. This time Reed across the 41 and thrown backwards. So he'll pick up only about a yard or so and leave them with a 3rd down and short.
Well, it appears the Eagles maybe want to just get out, get their offense in gear with a new quarterback here and not take any early chances, try to get some field position going.
Don't mention the Eagles.
I'm sorry, the Thunderbirds.
That's Georgia Southern. We're trying to get them out of our minds.
I guess it's a hangover.
3rd down and 2 for the Thunderbirds, who send 3 wide receivers out to the left side. Out of the shotgun, Zach Connors starting the second half here at quarterback. On 3rd and 2, he takes the snap, drops to throw for the first time, throws short. It's caught at the 40, and Burley can't get free as Hoogeveen stayed with him, and he only got back to the line of scrimmage after the catch by LaRue Burley, and it's going to be 4th down for Southern Utah.
Just a quick out, kind of a dump pass to the left side that time, but the receiver didn't get downfield far enough, LaRue Burley, and Hoogeveen doing a good job of hitting him, and boy, that's kind of a mismatch.
Yeah, Hoogeveen did a good job getting a hold of the jersey and not letting him go, and the rest of the help showed up, and it's 4th down and a couple for the Thunderbirds.
And a very conservative opening series by Southern Utah. Well, Perkins is back to kick. And gets the snap, and then the flag goes as he was going to try to throw it that time, and that stops their play. John Stiglmeyer said in the pregame the Thunderbirds do about everything out of punt formation, run, throw,
snap, false start.
And a false start as well.
5-yard penalty.
So they were going to try to throw, I think, on 4th and 2 with Perkins. Instead, let's see if they kick this time after the penalty.
Interesting deal there.
Yeah, Paul Onenson back to return, inches up to his own 25, as now Perkins has to punt inside his own 25. And let's see if he indeed kicks it this time. There's the snap. He's going to roll out, but he's going to kick it. Angle it for the sidelines, but it's going to be caught and run back from the 30 and slipping and then drug down from behind across the 35 to the 37 is the Jackrabbits' Paul Onenson.
One of the Thunderbirds a little slow in getting up.
But he's going to try to get off the field holding an arm. It's Jason Lee, who's one of the linebackers. So the Jacks are going to have it at their own 38-yard line, 1st down for their first series of quarter number 3, leading it 38-0.
A couple other scores here at the half. North Dakota State leads UNC 23-0, and in the second quarter, UND leads USD 21-0.
Andy Cardew's under center, and Anthony Watson is the running back with 2 wideouts to the left side. One of them coming back in motion left to right is Maxon Keating. And the long count by Cardew's. Then he'll hand it off to Watson up the middle. Watson to the 40 and flung down there as they stayed home for him. And able to make the stop, Jason Ripley, along with the linebacker Alex Richardson. It'll be second down and about 8 for the Jacks at their own 40-yard line.
Jason Ripley has been pretty solid for the Thunderbirds, who are playing defense off the line. He's in on a lot of tackles. Don't have near the linebackers that they had last year.
Well, 2 of those starters on the linebacking core are true freshmen. They go 2 wideouts to the left side this time, and Josh Davis, who had 3 first-half touchdown catches, coming out wide to the right. Out of the shotgun this time, Cardews, and Davis comes back in motion from right to left. Cardews on second and long will take the snap. Here comes the blitz. He's going to be hit. He gets it away to Watson. Watson across the 35, up to the 40, and up to about the 42-yard line, and they make something out of nothing because the blitz was coming, and Cardews had to cut it loose as he was going down.
Well, I'm surprised Anthony Watson was even looking at him because he was in there to block, but he saw the blitzer and turned around, and Andy just kind of flung a sidearm at him.
Yeah, coming through there, Brian Kofed, the cornerback, on a blitz. But now it becomes third down and about 6 for the Jacks, who are going to wide open set now with 3 wideouts to the left, 1 more to the right, and the running back Watson moves in the slot to the left. Out of the shotgun, Cardews takes the snap, drops to throw. Here comes the blitz. He throws low and incomplete. And again, they were coming with a defensive back, this time Jonathan King on a safety blitz. And so the extra pressure on Cardews forces the Jackrabbits into a punting situation.
Yeah, too much pressure that time, mismatch in numbers as they brought up 7 on the line of scrimmage and just outnumbered the Jacks. And Andy couldn't throw the ball quick enough to hit the receiver slanting across the middle.
Yeah, it was a tough chance for Andy. If he'd have looked to the left side, he had Josh Davis one-on-one with about 2 steps on the defender going down the left side.
Neil Bainbridge, the punt inside his own 30-yard line, awaits the snap from Nash Simmet as they send back Burley as a return man. Here's the snap. Oh, we're going to have another stoppage of play. Boy, we've had a lot of whistles.
Well, I guess.
A lot of flags. Flag thrown on the far side of the field.
Somebody moved too quick.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 10 in the kicking team. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Well, Brock Campbell, who's one of the gunners there on the far side, getting an extra head start down the field and moved and draws the penalty. So they move it back 5 yards, and Bainbridge will punt just outside his own 20-yard line. Burley inches up to his 20 as the return man. Bainbridge again awaiting the snap. It's a good one. He steps up, and here's his kick. End over ender. Burley lets it hit at the 30, takes it at the 20, tries to get outside, broke a tackle outside the 35 to the 40 to the 45, avoided a tackle again, gets to midfield and falls into Jackrabbit territory at about the 49-yard line. A good return there by Burley to put the Thunderbirds into Jackrabbit territory.
About a 32-yard punt that time by Neil Bainbridge. But, yeah, good coverage or not good coverage by the Jacks that time. It was all down the middle, and Burley was able to step to the outside and really not much out there.
They'll mark at the 48-yard line of South Dakota State, where Southern Utah will start the series. Zach Connors playing at the quarterback spot this half. He'll work under center for the first time, and 1st and 10 for the Thunderbirds. Connors looking over the Jackrabbit defense, has 2 wideouts to the left side, rolls to the left, wants to throw, he fires, and Eason caught it and fell with nobody around him at about the 43-yard line of the Jacks for a pickup of about 5.
Eason going downfield about 6-7 yards, planting and coming back to the ball, and that's where his feet went out from under him.
Easton, another of those transfers. He's out of California and transferred from Utah State. And the gain of 5 makes it 2nd and 5 for Southern Utah. Hewlen comes out to the left side and Eason wide to the right. And this time Connors will work out of the shotgun with Coop alongside. Connors on 2nd and 5. Man in motion is Bobby Pond. They shovel pass it to Coop, who gets to the 40 and falls forward to the 39. And will be shy of a first down by a couple.
Paul Fisher doing a nice job of reading that play on the inside guy and making the tackle.
His knee hit at the 40-yard line of the Jacks, where it's 3rd down and 2. So the Jacks trying to make a stop here. Thunderbirds showing us a little different offense this second half. And with a new quarterback, Zach Connors. Connors 54% throwing this year, 6 touchdown throws, but 7 interceptions. And on 3rd and 2, he'll work out of the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, 2 left and 2 right. Connors takes the snap, drops to throw, has time, throws right side. Hoogeveen picked it off outside the 40, midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30 to the 25, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Jackrabbits.
Going to go about 60, 61 yards. Hoogeveen steps in front of the receiver, takes it down the left sideline.
Andrew Hoogeveen, the sophomore linebacker out of Sioux Center, Iowa, has his second interception return for a touchdown this season.
And whatever momentum Southern Utah built up off the punt return and the play selection and such disappears on one play. That ball was thrown on a low line. Easy pick for Hoogeveen, and he just takes it up the sideline.
About 62 yards, and we'll see what they give him officially. 64 officially for Hoogeveen on the return. And the extra point attempt coming up here from Parker Douglas. The kick is up, and the kick is good. It's South Dakota State 45, Southern Utah nothing. Well, Southern Utah had shot there in Jackrabbit territory, but they throw it away and right into the arms of Hoogeveen, who gets his second touchdown of the year on defense.
Boy, made a nice snag too, and like Dallas said, I don't think the quarterback saw him over there, threw the ball low. And Hoogeveen catches it in the flat on a dead run, and he outran the lineman. The only guys had a shot at him.
45-0 South Dakota State. And here comes the kickoff by the Jacks, and Andy Pick booms it away this time and booms it into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. So coming out to the 20-yard line, Southern Utah gets it back as Andy Pick, who had been the kickoff man early in the year, and then we've seen the place kicker, Parker Douglas, handled that chore a lot lately, but picked back on to kick that one and boomed it.
So now you're the Southern Utah Thunderbirds. What do you do here? You're down 45-0. Nothing you've done has worked. You're still in minus rushing yardage. Yeah, it's a very tough day to get your offense back out in the field and try to get something going.
Well, Zach Connors is back there at quarterback, and Gordon Reed alongside him as the fullback. Three wide receivers to the left, one to the right side. Connors awaits the snap, and he is going to hand it off to Reed, who's hit behind the line and dropped back at the 18-yard line. More minus rushing yardage.
Well, Mitch Pontrelli that time coming through, just able to get through, nobody picking him up. They're fighting off his blocker.
Looks like they'll give him forward progress to the 19, but it's still a loss of a yard, 2nd and 11.
Jerry, Steve, to answer your question earlier, Ryan Berry is taking snaps on the SDSU bench right now.
So we may have seen the last of Andy Carduz today. He's had a good day with 3 touchdown throws. Coming back off an injury. Meanwhile, Zach Connors for Southern Utah takes a snap here, drops to throw. He's chased, rolls right, throws it, and incomplete. And the closest to it was a Jackrabbit again. Mike James, the linebacker, was the closest one to that football as Connors was running for his life.
Yeah, he was being hotly pursued by a couple of the Rabbits on the inside, and Mike James downfield, the ball dies in front of him.
So 3rd and 11 for Southern Utah, and they've faced a number of these situations this afternoon.
Well, I guess they've just been long yardage, tough situations here for most of their possessions.
They'll send 4 wide receivers in the pattern, 2 left and 2 right. And Connors working out of the shotgun again with Reed alongside him in the backfield. 3rd and 11. Connors drops to throw. Connors steps up, now has to roll out to the right. He's being chased. They can't get to him, but he falls down as he got across the 20 up to about the 23. Mitch Pontrelli nearly got him down, and as he tried to avoid him, Connors went down on his own at the 23, and that's where a punting situation comes up for Southern Utah.
Good job by the Jackrabbit defense. They had the numbers on the left side of the offense for Southern Utah. Any play that they were going to get was going to go to the right side, and good reaction to the roll by Connors, and it's 4th and long.
Well, we'll see if Perkins punts. He gets the snap. He'll kick it. Ooh, he just cut it off. And Anundson handles at his own 45, gets to midfield. A flag is down, and so is Anundson at the midfield stripe. Let's see if the Jacks are guilty of a block in the back here on the return.
That was Josh Davis again on the other end that almost got the block. He has been in on special teams, and he has come close a couple times today.
And we'll see if the official has to say. It's going to be a penalty against the Jacks. Well, the Jacks penalty is mounting up.
Boy, I guess.
At 10 at halftime, and When's the last time you had 10 at halftime? We're up 38-0.
Well, 11 for 75 now. This one, you add on, that's 12 penalties in the game. It'll be something that they're not happy with. Didn't they set a record? Was it last year or year before? Had one of those real ugly games.
Yeah, but not in a 45-0 lead.
No, that's pretty unusual.
Yeah. Actually, the record for a game is 15. Here's a handoff to Watson on first down, and he'll take it out with second effort across the 40 to the 41.
15, huh?
They last year against Northern Colorado, in fact, tied a record they had set a couple years previously against St. Cloud and also Morningside. So 15 is the team record. I don't think they want to match it this afternoon.
Well, I knew we'd seen a couple of ugly ones there along the way.
Jack's working here with the change at quarterback. Ryan Berry comes on, the redshirt freshman from Watertown. He'll work out of the shotgun here on second down at about 4. Jack's across their own 40-yard line. Berry will take the snap, keeps it on the ground with Watson off the right side. Big hole, 45, midfield, inside the 45, and tripped up from behind as he crossed the 40 to the 39 as Perkins makes the stop, but not before Anthony Watson is back in Thunderbird territory. And the Jacks will be first and 10 at the 39.
Just very simple off-tackle play that time. A big hole allowed Watson to get to the outside, and he really just took his time watching the blocks going downfield.
And again, that was a case where Perkins gets him by the ankle and just trips him up at the last second.
Now the wideouts are Dusty Snyders to the left and Micah Johnson to the right. As the Jacks going to bring in a few second-teamers here as they play in the third quarter with the big lead. Dykhouse and H-back in motion. Hone is now the running back. And Berry, play action, rolling to the left side, looking downfield, is going to run it inside the 35 to the 30 and stacked up there. He was hit hard at the 30-yard line and driven into the ground, but not before he picked up about 9 yards. And it'll be second and short coming up for the Jacks.
That's Brandon Perkins again over there, moving from sideline to sideline. Before the game, they were showing some of the highlights from last week's game, and there were several of them where it was just kind of head-turning, hits on Ryan Berry from the Georgia Southern game, but he hung in there. He took another pretty good pop right there.
Well, Luke Graving just got to the huddle as they were breaking it, so I'm not sure he knows what the play is, and he doesn't. He's trying to realign, and now he's going to run off the field.
Yeah.
And now we have a flag flying. Graving had just gotten to the huddle as they were breaking the huddle, so either he was the 12th man or he was the 11th man without a play.
Well, you can't have 12 in the huddle.
Illegal substitution.
That's the
On
call.
the offense.
Yeah.
Bring it up with 12 men. I'm not ready.
What? What?
I don't know what he added there, but a little commentary from our referee, Mike Deutsch.
He's not counting them? Is that what he said?
Something like that, yeah. I had the headphones on. I was listening to you guys. I didn't hear what he said, but I think it was something like that.
So they walk it off 5 yards back to the 35, where it's second down and 6. Ryan Berry will work under center. Hone is the lone setback. 2 wideouts to the left. Molitor by himself out to the right. Dusty Snyders, who's set up on the left side, comes in motion left to right. Berry drops to throw. Over the middle from Molitor, too high and incomplete. Molitor had one-on-one coverage there. And Brian Majors, the cornerback, goes stride for stride with him. It'll be third and long for the Jacks.
Stride for stride, and actually Majors had a better chance to make the catch on that play than Molitor did. Chris kind of wound up being a defensive back a little bit, and now it's, third down and 6 for the Jackrabbits.
They're at the 35-yard line of Southern Utah. Molitor comes out to the left, and they will send Davis wide to the right. The lone setback is Trevor Hone. Under center, Ryan Berry. On third down, about 6, Berry will drop to throw. Berry is hit, bounced off a tackler, tries to run, throws on the run. Davis caught it and is down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal at the 6.
What a remarkable snag going out of bounds. Dragged his foot, caught it with his fingertips.
Well, Berry was inches away from being sacked, and somehow on the run he was able to connect with Davis, who's having another incredible afternoon, and the Jacks will be first and goal.
Hey, John Stiegelmeier standing on the bench, just kind of laughing a little bit at that play. Perkins was the safety who came in on the blitz, who nearly got to Ryan Berry. Perkins was the safety who would have had inside help on Josh Davis on that play. Josh wound up one-on-one and made the grab.
And now Southern Utah is going to call a timeout. So with 5:05 to go in the third, the Jacks up 45-0 and threatening again. We'll take a 30-second break. Well, the Jacks in scoring position again, first and goal from the 6. They're ready to play. They're at the line of scrimmage, but Southern Utah's on the sidelines as they had called the timeout. Now they're coming back onto the field. Jacks, it's always, you're a little more anxious when you're up 45-0.
Yeah, and everything's going your way. Boy, you want to get to the line and snap the ball. Get as many plays as you can.
Ryan Berry working under center. Dykhouse lines up as a fullback in an I set with Hone the tailback. And on first and goal from the 6-yard line, Berry is going to roll out to throw to the end zone. Look out, almost picked off there as Majors was getting over to the football. Nobody of the Jacks was nearby as Steve Smith had gotten in on top of Ryan Berry.
Well, Chris Wagner was rolling that way, but Berry had to throw the ball in a hurry since he had pressure and threw it over his head.
So it'll be second and goal from the 6. Brock Campbell checks on as a wide receiver. Matt Anderson comes in as an extra tight end or H-back. And Hone remains the setback. Campbell goes out to the left, and Keating will come out wide to the right side. Double tight end set for the Jacks. Keating comes back in motion right to left. Second and goal at the 6, and Berry working under center. Berry hands it off to Hone off the left side. Hone down near the goal line, spins in for the touchdown. Trevor Hone spinning in the last couple of yards, gets another 6 on the board for the Jacks. They go up 51-0 here in the third.
Well, he saw that goal line, too. He saw that crease and really accelerated after he got past the line of scrimmage, did the spin move into the end zone.
Yeah, had to spin the last couple of yards, Jerry, to get around that last defender and get into the end zone. But once he saw that crease in the middle of the field, just popped it into gear and headed hard to the end zone and got the touch.
And Parker Douglas comes on again to try to tack on the extra point. Out of the hold of Chris Dobler, the ball is put down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Andy Pick has it teed up there. And here's the boot. This will sail to Coop at about the 15. Coop back across the 20, up the middle, 25, cuts it outside to the 30, to the 35, to the 40 before he's forced out of bounds. And pushed out from behind by Jeff Hagee, but not before Southern Utah gets some pretty good field position to start their next series, but trailing the Jacks 52-0.
Well, the Jacks in their possession, 7 plays, 66 yards. Trevor Hone, a 6-yard touchdown run there. Wow, we're getting bombed by T-shirts here.
Yes, they finally got it up this high. They put them in the booth next to us.
They've got a slingshot.
I was going to let you catch that one.
Well, I just looked up, and it was like a foul ball coming this way.
Zach Connors working under center here, first and 10 from his own 42 for Southern Utah. And on first down, play action, he wants to throw for all of it down the left side for Eason, and it's almost picked off by Tyler Cook, who got in front of Eason at the last minute. And it's second down and 10 for Southern Utah.
It's pretty good defense by Eason. Cook got inside of him, and Eason had to reach over the top and knock the ball away, which he did.
Well, Cook's 5'10", and Eason at 6'3" was able to do that.
Have a Cook with good position, getting downfield and getting inside like that, exactly where you need to be.
Hey, Jerry, those cheerleaders earlier,
Yes.
they had that slingshot and that T-shirt chanting, Jerry, Jerry.
I doubt that. If that's the case, Dallas, they missed.
Second down. Here's an option pitch. Connors off to Lee, trying to get outside, and he's hemmed in and out of bounds near the 44, maybe the 44-yard line. The gain is only a couple. Jamar Lee is a redshirt freshman out of Layton, Utah, who came in their leading rusher with only 178 yards on the season.
Well, they're still in minus territory, minus 8 yards rushing on the game.
Third down, about 8 for Southern Utah from their own 44. And Zach Connors will work out of the shotgun with Coop alongside him this time. 2 wideouts to the left, 2 more to the right. Connors, who started the second half for Southern Utah, takes the snap. looks to throw, throws it over the middle, and it is incomplete off the hands of the intended receiver, as he had tried to get between defenders that time, but couldn't pull it in, and it's going to be 4th down.
Matt Jacobson, the wide receiver, trying to run the curl route across the middle. And again, these quarterbacks, they're close, but they just can't complete the deal.
So, the most exciting part of the Thunderbirds game today, the punting game. And Perkins, who's run, throw, and punted, is going to punt. Here's the kick. And going to be handled by the Jacks, and they'll try to run it back. Onenson outside to the 30, 35 to the 40, to the 45, and knocked out shy of midfield, about the 47, 48-yard line, and that's where the Jacks will start with good field position.
Jacks have been able to return the ball pretty good. Actually, their punter, Jacobson, when he punts, he's a good kicker. They don't have to do all that goofy stuff. But the Jacks get the run back, good field position.
Yeah, they mark Onenson's knee down at the 46, but still excellent start for Ryan Berry and company, the redshirt freshman from Watertown, who's taken over for Andy Cardews here in the second half after Cardews had a great return from a week off with an injury. Wide to the left, Micah Johnson. Molitor split to the right. Snyder's goes in the slot to the right. Berry will work out of the shotgun. Snyder is coming back in motion from right to left on 1st down. Jacks at their own 46-yard line, and they are going to hand it off. Hone got outside across midfield and knocked out of bounds at about the 48-yard line of Southern Utah for a quick pickup of about 6.
Boy, just quick hitter off the shotgun snap, and Hone gets to the left side, gets some yards in a hurry.
So 2nd down and 4 for the Jacks at the 48-yard line of the Thunderbirds. 4:03 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and the Jacks lead it 52-0. Micah Johnson wide to the left. Dusty Snyder's wide to the right. Berry working out of the shotgun here. And Ryan Berry on 2nd down in Thunderbird territory takes the snap, and he is going to hand it off. Hone trying to get around the corner inside the 40, 35, and pushed out of bounds at around the 30-yard line, as Trevor Hone was able to cut that corner and get the 1st down. And the Jackrabbits move the chains again deeper into Thunderbird territory.
Boy, what a different look you get with Trevor Hone, because Anthony Watson, a bit more of a bruising back, and take it up the middle, and Hone has got the pretty good speed that could get to the corner and get you some yards that way.
1st and 10, South Dakota State at the Southern Utah 30. Jacks go with 3 wideouts. Brock Campbell to the right. Actually 4 wide receivers now, as Micah Johnson, Dusty Snyder's, and Molitor all out to the left. But they keep it on the ground. Hone up the middle inside the 25, dives it down to about the 23-yard line. And will pick up about 7 on 1st down with a quick hitter.
Boy, was he close to breaking that.
Yeah, he ran right out of his shoe. So Nash Simmet is going to check in, the 4th running back of the afternoon for the Jacks. Simmet will be the tailback. Well, Hone said he was okay now, but he's already out.
Well, he's be the 12th guy, and they don't want to do that again.
He who hesitates is out of the game. Snyder's left. Onenson comes on as a wide receiver now, along with Molitor. And Ryan Berry out of the shotgun here on 2nd down. 2nd and about 3. Berry is going to hand it off, and Simmet the ball carrier, but not much running room this time. He'll be stacked up in a hurry. Gain maybe a yard to the 22, and we'll call it 3rd and 2. And Hone quickly back onto the field.
Today's attendance here for this game, 4,022. Not too bad. Nice sunny day to be here in Brookings. A lot of playoff action going on across the state, other college games, so a lot of stuff going on. Hunting still going on, harvest still going on, so pretty nice crowd.
Brock Campbell goes out wide to the left. Maxon Keating comes out to the right side, and Hone back on as the tailback. Jacks have a double tight end set with Graving and Anderson. Ryan Berry working under center here. 3rd and about 2 at the 22 of Southern Utah. Play action. Berry rolling left. Look out, he's in trouble. Gets it off and throws it away. And no flag, and Berry comes up holding a leg, though.
Well, they had a blitz coming on, and 3 of the Thunderbirds collapsed on him, and Berry took a pretty good shot.
Yeah, Berry's going to, looks like he'll come off under his own power, but he has to go down again. I think Maeve just had the wind knocked out of him.
I think he got landed on by some of those big guys.
On 4th down, the Jacks will send out the field goal unit, as Parker Douglas, who already has a 29-yard field goal to his credit, along with 7 extra points, or 6 extra points, I should say.
He's had a pretty big day. Now Ryan Berry Flops over on his back. Well, you get that fish out of water sensation if you do get the wind knocked out of you. That's what it kind of looks like, yeah.
He actually does have 7 extra points in this ball game. Berry comes off on his own. And Douglas will line up for a field goal attempt of 39 yards. They set it down at the 29. Dobler the holder. Ball is put down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the score will read South Dakota State 55, Southern Utah nothing. Well, it's been all Jackrabbits this afternoon, and it's 55-zip.
5 plays on the drive that time started the Jacks' 46-yard line, coming up with the field goal there, and the Jacks really good field position, the good run backs today. Everything's just gone their way.
And Andy Pick will kick it off. Here's the boot by Andy. That'll sail deep, and Coop will take it 2 yards deep, bobble it in the end zone, and rolls out to the goal line, and he downs it. Wow. That came close to being disaster
yes.
for Southern Utah.
He got it down in the end zone. It's a touchback, 1st and 10 at the 20. And guys, Ryan Berry went over to the sideline. One of the student trainers was talking to him. Ryan's moving around in the bench area. Appears to be all right, but Reed Burkhardt is up making some throws behind the Jackrabbit bench right now. We may see him in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I would expect they'd want to give him some work as well, as the Jacks have this one salted away at 55-zip late in the 3rd. And Zach Connors back in at quarterback for Southern Utah. On 1st down, he throws it out to the right side, got a man across the 20, 25, up near the 30. Justin Kubish forced him out of bounds there, but not before Southern Utah will pick up a 1st down on the 11-yard play.
Well, a quick out pattern that time by Zach Connors. We have a Quizzaroonie from Lindsay here. That's the 15th field goal of the season for Parker Douglas, one shy of the SDSU record. He wonders if we know who holds that record.
Okay, without looking it up.
Yeah, don't look it up.
All right.
Russ Meyer.
I was thinking either Russ Meyer. I know it wasn't Adam Vinatieri.
Casey Johnson.
Could be.
Here's a 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Oh,
Oops.
Snap past the quarterback. He goes back and falls on it at about the 10-yard line.
Ooh. Boy, when it goes bad, doesn't it? Man.
That snap was a ground ball from the get-go. That got no air under it whatsoever. And all Connors could do was go back and fall on it.
It's more like one of those line drives that just kind of handcuffs you.
Okay, who had Russ Meyer?
I did.
You get it. 16 in a season. Russ Meyer, 1981.
Well, it's for us old-timers to remember, Dallas.
Well, the ball set down. Actually, his knee, as he slid to get it, was about the 12. So Connors from his own 12 backs to throw. Throws over the middle. He's got LaRue. He's out across the 15, shy of the 20-yard line, though. LaRue Burley on the completion, but nowhere near 1st down sticks. And it's going to be 3rd down from about their own 19.
Somewhere.
So 3rd down for Zach Connors and company as Southern Utah comes to the line of scrimmage. 4 wideouts, 2 left, 2 right. And Connors on his 3rd and a bunch takes the snap, drops to throw with time, throws it over the middle, and it's incomplete. Just over the head of Tyler Trees, almost into the hands of Scott Breifogel, who already has 1 pick earlier, but it falls incomplete.
Ooh, that was another close, almost tip drill right there.
Yeah. And Breifogel, had he been playing the ball a little bit more rather than the man, probably would have come up with that football. He was focused in on making the stop after a potential catch, and I don't think really saw the ball coming in.
Yeah, Tyler Tree saw it all the way, but it was just over his head, so he couldn't get to it. And then, as you say, Breifogel was right on him by the time he realized he had a shot at it. Here comes another punt from Perkins. This one will hang, and will go to the sidelines, and will roll with a Southern Utah bounce again inside the 35 to the 31-yard line. So Perkins has gotten some good roll off the ball today.
Yeah, he has done a good job kicking it. When he just comes up and kicks it, the goofy stuff has gotten him in trouble because he fell down on one of those.
So the Jacks take over at their own 31. 14 seconds left in quarter 3. They lead 55-0. And the Jackrabbits will break the huddle, and Ryan Berry staying on for this play. He's back in at quarterback. Dobler and Keating are the wide receivers. Trevor Holm, the running back. Jacks 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line, working with the football, probably the last play of the quarter. Berry under center. Long count on 1st down from his own 31, and Ryan Berry finally going to hand it off. Hone up the middle. Hone runs into a stack of white shirts after he got across the line of scrimmage. His forward progress may net him a yard or two. I think they'll give him the 33, and that'll be the last play of the quarter. We've played 3 here in Brookings with the score: South Dakota State 55, Southern Utah nothing. Ryan Berry at quarterback to start the period. And he'll work out of the shotgun on 2nd down and about 8 as they work from their own 33. Dusty Snyder's in motion. From left to right, retraces his steps. Berry keeps it on the ground. Hone off the right side. Not much doing there as he fought his way up to the 34-yard line. Picks up another yard. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
Well, through 3 quarters, Anthony Watson, 17 carries, 118 yards. Trevor Hone, 10 carries, 69 yards. Andy Cardus, 9 for 18, 127 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ryan Berry, 1 for 4 for 29. The Jacks now total offense 387 to 51 yards for Southern Utah, minus 25 yards rushing through 3 quarters.
3rd down and 7 for the Jacks, their own 34. Ryan Berry will work out of the shotgun. 3 wideouts, 2 to the right side. And Graving is the tight end, realigned on the right side of the formation. Now Snyder's comes back in motion right to left. And Ryan Berry will take the snap and drop to throw. Berry throws it out right side, incomplete, intended for Micah Johnson. He threw it right into the bench. And a flag comes in after the play.
Oh, no.
And that's about where Ryan Berry released the football, or in the neighborhood of.
Yeah, there's one lineman back there, Jimmy Cowart.
Foul, personal foul. 76.
Ooh, personal foul against the Jacks.
Casey Deaver.
Oh, my. That was after the play.
After the play, so it's going to be 4th down.
Whew.
Well, the Jacks are going to set a record today for penalties in a game.
Well, through 3 quarters, they had 14 for 105, so you can add 15 for 120 right there.
15 ties their record.
Phew.
And yet they're leading 55-0. Bainbridge will punt from inside his own 5. And LaRue Burley back for Southern Utah, waiting at his 35-yard line. And the snap from Nash Simmet to Neil Bainbridge, a little low. He scoops it up. Here's the kick, end over ender. Out toward midfield, takes a bounce, picked up by Burley. Burley gets back to midfield and just a yard into Jack's territory before Hank McCall brings him down at the 49.
A 30-yard kick that time by Neil Bainbridge. Kind of a low liner, and did get it to turn over, but the Jacks doing a good job preventing any run back on that.
So at the 49-yard line of South Dakota State, Southern Utah has the football. And you heard John Stiglmeyer say in the pregame that some of the penalties apparently are incurred, whether Southern Utah, I don't know if they're trash talkers or in some way intimidating, but as he said, they sometimes bring out the worst in the opposition as well. 1st down from midfield is where they set the ball down, Southern Utah. Connors back to throw, throws right side, got Eason. Eason to the 45 of the Jacks and dropped at about the 44 as they'll pick up about 6. And that was Paul Fisher, who's in on defense for the Jacks, who helps make the stop. Let's give it them the 43-yard line with the second effort. So the gain of about 7, 2nd down and 3 for Southern Utah.
Yeah, Justin Kubish in on that too.
Jacks have Tyler Trees in a linebacker spot, Marty Kranz and Kubish, the 3 linebackers. Epps in the secondary along with Perry. And under center, Connors drops to throw. Connors rolling to the left side, fires it left low, and it bounced up to the receiver, incomplete.
Good grief. At that time, DJ Fisher was being held, almost being hog-tied through there, but no flag.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 3 for Southern Utah. 13:09 left to go. Jacks up 55-0. They scored 28 in the opening quarter, up 38-0 at the half, added 17 more in the 3rd period. And Southern Utah, who's done little right in this ball game, will work 3rd and 3 with 4 wide receivers, 2 left and 2 right. Zach Connors working out of the shotgun. He's got back alongside of him. He drops to throw, throws it right side. Got Eason inside the 40. He'll get a first down as he is dropped at about the 37-yard line. So Jerome Eason, who came in their leading receiver with 26 catches, picks up another one here and moves the sticks for the Thunderbirds.
Well, that's Eason's 5th catch in the game here today, as he is the leading receiver for them in the game.
And it seems like Eason has found a pattern that's working for him. He goes about 8 yards off the line of scrimmage, turns it in front of the secondary, has that little bit of a gap in there and makes the catch, and at that time gets a first down.
Marcus Soon in on defense for the Jacks, and DJ Fisher's in there, and so you have to think he's feeling pretty good today, considering he's been banged up and yet being used here with a 55-0 lead. And now Southern Utah wants to call a timeout. Didn't like what they saw as they set up. So with 12:36 left in the game, they use a timeout. Jacks on top 55-0, and Southern Utah is facing a first down and 10 in Jackrabbit territory at the 37, but they didn't like the way they set up and used a timeout. They have just one left now in the ball game. Jacks still have all 3 of theirs.
Well, and Southern Utah has not gotten into the red zone yet today. They've been on this side of the field, but they've not gotten inside the 20 yet.
They come to the line of scrimmage here at the 37 of the Jacks. Coop is the tailback. Zach Connors at quarterback. Wes Marshall played the first half for Southern Utah. Connors has played the second half. Connors under center. Fake pitch, rolls to the left side, wants to throw it deep over the middle, and it's going to be caught and dropped at the 15-yard line. Was the tight end who was able to hold on despite a good hit there. And it'll be first down again for Southern Utah.
Yeah, nice catch by Johansson on the crossing pattern from right to left over the middle. Connors got him the football. Johansson was hit hard when the ball arrived, but held on for the first down at about the 16-yard line.
First and 10 Southern Utah at the 16 of the Jacks. As they get into the red zone, and they'll spread it out a bit, go with 4 wideouts, and again Connors working out of the shotgun. On first down, he will take the snap, roll to the right, wants to throw, throws it back to the left, and got a man who broke one tackle and is knocked down by his own man at the 19-yard line. That's the kind of day it's been for Southern Utah. Mike Knight, the 300-pound left tackle, brought down Coop, who had caught the pass.
Well, you're trying to set up a screen over there, and he was supposed to be one of the screeners, so he's just coming back to help. And you do all that, you get the pass completed, then you run into your own guy, boy.
Yeah, Coop broke a jackrabbit tackle, but he got down by his own 300-pound lineman.
Oh, man.
Second down and 12.
How does Len stat that one?
Connors out of the shotgun. Connors back to throw. Connors going to throw towards the end zone. It's going to be intercepted by the Jacks. Run back from the goal line. John Perry down the left sideline. 30, 40, and did he get out yet? And finally knocked out of bounds up near midfield. John Perry was the only one there.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
Now we got Kubish tied up in midfield.
Kubish and one of the Thunderbirds are mixing it up at about midfield. They were down on the ground while the play was coming up the near sideline.
Well, that was Mike Knight. I hope Justin didn't say something about his last tackle. But Knight, the 300-pounder, and Kubish were kind of going at it, but no flag.
Well, yeah, no flag. Wow.
And the Jacks will have it at midfield. You don't suppose Justin said nice tackle to him the last play?
Probably not.
So the Jacks have it at midfield after the interception by Perry. And Ryan Berry remains the quarterback here on first down. He will hand it off to Hone, who gets short yardage, about a yard into Southern Utah territory. And you got to think there's going to be a lot of chippiness here, as Southern Utah very frustrated by their performance this afternoon.
Well, you hope you can stay away from it, but yeah, you've got to wonder here. 5 minutes to go in the game. North Dakota State leads Northern Colorado 44-0. Kind of a similar game going on there.
Here it's the Jacks 55-0. Second down and 9 at the 49 of Southern Utah. Ryan Berry will work under center now. Hone, the tailback, in an eye set as they use one of the tight ends as a fullback here. And Berry, as Southern Utah shows blitz, drops to throw. Berry steps up, throws the home run ball down the right side for Campbell, and he caught it and goes down inside the 10. There's a flag. As the ball came loose, it's ruled incomplete, but I think we're going to have a pass interference call anyway.
Huh. Well,
Campbell was run into and then could not hold on to the football And let's see if they charge that against Southern Utah.
That'll be 15 yards with that.
Yep, pass interference against the Thunderbirds. With Brock Campbell streaking down the right side, a nice throw there by Ryan Berry, and Campbell couldn't hold on, but so that's the difference between having it 1st and goal. Instead, with the walk-off from the line of scrimmage, it's down to the 34-yard line of Southern Utah, where the Jacks go 1st and 10.
Well, the Jacks now have 141 yards and 3 interceptions. That's a record. The old record, 140 on 4 interceptions against Morningside in 1961.
It's been a record-setting year. A lot of those records are switching hands. Chris Dobler in the lineup as a wideout. He's in motion. Berry working out of the shotgun. He looks at a blitz, hands it off to Hone, and then he's going to be stacked up as he got just inside the 35, got thrown backwards. And most of these tackles don't end when the whistle blows. There's been a lot of pushing and shoving afterwards.
And the crowd doesn't like it, but no flag there. Yeah, it's the officials are going to have to work hard to keep it from getting too ugly.
So really kind of a loss on the play of about half a yard. 2nd down and 10 plus for the Jacks just inside the 35 of Southern Utah. Dusty Snyders, Micah Johnson, Chris Dobler all out to the right side, and they move Trevor Hone into the slot right as Ryan Berry will work out of the shotgun. Hone realigns in the backfield. Berry rolling to the right, wants to throw, looks, fires it down the right side for Micah Johnson. He juggles and can't catch it. He drew double coverage down the right side, got between him and nearly hauled it in, but unable to catch up with it as the Thunderbirds had 2 men on him, and it'll now be a 3rd down situation.
I think the defensive back was the first player to get a hand on it, and then Johnson had a chance and couldn't quite bring it in. He was trying to keep an eye on the ball and stay in bounds and watch a second defender coming up in front of him, and didn't work out.
Well, now the Jacks have Keating, Micah Johnson, and Dobler as wide receivers. Berry working out of the shotgun. Hone alongside him on 3rd and 10 plus from the 35 of Southern Utah. And Ryan Berry is going to drop to throw. Berry looking, is hit. He dropped the football. It's picked up by one of the linemen who's trying to break away, and he's brought down by Hone. Austin Curtis, a big 275-pound freshman defensive lineman, got the football away from Berry. And another turnover here, and it'll be Southern Utah football in Jackrabbit territory.
Oh boy, if Hone doesn't bring him down, he may score, because Hone was the only blue shirt in the neighborhood.
Well, he's 5'11", 275. He still would have had to run 40 yards.
That's true.
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know. You watch it on the replay board. That was close. Berry's arm was awfully close to going forward.
Well, Southern Utah
stands as a fumble, though.
Will have the football at the Jackrabbit 43-yard line. And Zach Connors working out of the shotgun here. Connors drops to throw, throws it short, got a man. Easton inside the 40 to the 35, and a pickup of about 8 on 1st down.
Well, again, Dallas, like he said, that's his favorite. He just kind of goes down in the flat and just turns there, and he's open. He's underneath the zone coverage.
2nd down and 2 coming up for Southern Utah at the Jacks 35. It is 55-0 South Dakota State with 8:55 left in the game. Joey Hulen goes out to the left side with Bobby Pond, and Eason split to the right. Zach Connors out of the shotgun, the big fullback Gordon Reed alongside him. And Connors may be changing the play now. Connors takes the snap, throws it quickly left side, almost picked off by Paul Fisher, the defensive lineman.
That was a terrible throw. It came off of Connors' hand. Fisher got his hands up. I think he was anticipating a harder throw, and it really just kind of bounced off of him.
So it'll be 3rd down and 2 for Southern Utah. They're going to burn this film, when it's over with.
Oh, man. You'd have seen a real rumble there if he'd have picked off that pass.
They have just really struggled doing anything right today. You got to credit a lot of that to the Jacks, but boy, the Thunderbirds have not been on their game either. Connors out of the shotgun, drops to throw. Connors fires it right side, caught Eason, and that'll be another 1st down, I believe, although he got pushed back outside of 1st down range, but his forward progress will move the sticks as they give him the 31-yard line.
Same play. He just comes down, curls off the right side, back toward the inside of the field, and underneath the zone coverage, and there he is.
And that's about the only play, Jerry, that they've really had that's worked consistently for him here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, but then you got to depend on your quarterback being able to get the ball there.
First and 10 for Southern Utah at the 31-yard line. Eason goes left this time as they bring a couple of wideouts to the right side, including Joey Hulen. Under center is Connors. Connors going to play action, roll to the left side, being chased by Fisher. He'll try to run it inside the 30, and nice tackle by Fisher, who got enough of the ankles that even as he dove forward, he had to go down at about the 27-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, but if Fisher doesn't get him around the ankles, he's gone for maybe another 5 or 10.
Yeah, he dived and just managed to snap his foot and forced him to fall down.
Paul Fisher, the junior out of Madison, South Dakota, back this year after time in Iraq with the South Dakota National Guard. 2nd down and 6 for Southern Utah at the Jackrabbit 27. Zach Connors, the quarterback of the Thunderbirds, drops to throw, throws it left side. He got a man, and it's down near the 10-yard line. Hugh Len makes the reception in front of Tyler Cook. And the deepest penetration by the Thunderbirds has him at the 11 of the Jacks, 1st down.
Yeah, first time in the red zone today.
That was a great catch by Hewlin, too, because Cook timed that well. He got there at the same time the ball did, and Hewlin held on, and it's 1st down and 10. Ball just outside the 10-yard line. Southern Utah needs about the 2-foot line for a 1st down.
Connors works under center. The lone setback is the fullback, Reed. And on 1st down, they're going to throw. They throw to the end zone for Eason, and it's picked off by Cook. He's back across the 5 to the 10 to the 15 and out of bounds just across the 15-yard line. Another interception by the Jackrabbits and another flag at the end of the play.
Well, you could see that coming as the quarterback was looking toward the left side the whole time there, and Cook just timed it, waited for that ball.
Tyler Cook with his 2nd pick of the season. And now the penalty, I think, is on Southern Utah, though, this time. It looked like it was thrown near their bench at the end of the play as if somebody had said something.
Yeah, the Jackrabbit players were clearing the sideline and heading back to this side of the field when the flag was thrown.
Yeah, they give it to the Thunderbirds and charge it to Mike Knight. That's, well, Mike, ever since he made that tackle on his own player, has been involved in a scrum and now picks up a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Not good. Jacks get the ball moved out some.
Jacks will have it at their own 30-yard line with 6:52 remaining, leading 55-0. Ryan Berry stays on at quarterback. And on 1st down from their own 30-yard line, Berry is going to hand it off, and Hone out across the 30 to about the 33 or 4, and a loose football, and no signal to who's got it yet.
Well, the Eagles are, I'm sorry, the Thunderbirds are pointing that way. Yep.
They've got it.
Yep.
Wow.
Southern Utah ends up with the football, and they'll get it back in Jackrabbit territory.
Steve Smith came out with it.
So mark it down to about the 34 of the Jacks, and Southern Utah has the ball back, and the Jacks defense has to march back on the field.
Strange turn of events here, back-to-back turnovers there and on back-to-back plays.
6:41 left in the game, 55-0 South Dakota State. You know, when you play this kind of game, no matter what the score is, if you've got that 0 up there, the defense would like to get the shutout.
Oh, yeah.
Connors to throw, right side, going to be caught at about the 35, and a nice tackle by Brock Gentile. He got away from his man trying to block him and brings down the receiver, Craig Gritton, over there. And there's actually a loss on the play of a yard.
Well, Joey Hulen is a better receiver than he is a blocker. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, Hugh Len was supposed to cover Gentile on the play, and Gentile just stepped around him and made the play.
Well, that was one of those lookout blocks.
2nd and 11 for Southern Utah, which has only 114 yards of offense in the game with 6 minutes to go in the contest. Zach Connors out of the shotgun, drops to throw. Connors can't find anything, runs with it inside the 30 and just slides down at about the 28.
Yeah, he was running into traffic there as he got out from pressure in the pocket and in the middle of the field. Marty Kranz, among others, in that neighborhood.
And as we mentioned, Connors transferred from St. Mary's, which actually was a member of the Great West Conference for, what, an hour or two?
15, 20 minutes, yeah, before they dropped football.
And then they dropped football, and So they were no longer a member, and Connors transferred to Southern Utah. And now he calls a timeout, I think. They're going to burn their last timeout here with 5:17, kind of indicative of their day.
Whew.
Confusion.
Yeah, man.
And the coaches aren't happy on the far side either. 5:17 left in the game, 55-0 South Dakota State. Southern Utah has just used its last timeout.
Man.
As they've burned 2 of them on offense here, and Zach Connors working out of the shotgun here on 3rd down. Connors drops to throw, has time, throws it over the middle. It's going to be caught, and Burley has it inside the 10. He'll have a 1st and goal set up there as a group of blue shirts bring him down about the 8.
Boy, credit Burley. He kept the feet churning and made it tough to bring
and
him
another
down.
flag.
It took 5 or 6 defenders to bring him down.
And another unsportsmanlike, and it's on Southern Utah. And an ejection.
Is that against Knight? Yeah, I think so. I think it's Mike Knight that just got tossed. Man.
Well, he'll be serenaded off the field by the Jackrabbit faithful.
Wow.
Here, Coach Mike Westmeyer coming over to find out exactly what he did. But after the play, after they got a 1st and goal situation, Mike Knight gets an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and he's ejected from the game.
Well, the play should stand. The gain will stand if it's a foul after the play.
Well, except to walk it back from there.
So which means it would be 1st and goal from about the 23. Here comes our referee.
After the play, it'll be a 1st down for Southern Utah.
They move it out to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, but it's not 1st and goal. It's just 1st down.
1st and 10.
Yep. My.
So Connors working under center. And Connors is going to hand it off, and Reed, the fullback, runs into Breifogel, breaks his tackle, but there are a couple other players, including DJ Fisher, to bring him down at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
I guess they're trying to catch the defense there by running the ball, but Jack's doing a good job. Even the second teamers here doing a good job putting the pressure on.
Well, Reed, the fullback, actually has a better per carry average than either of their 2 tailbacks coming into this game. He's a load. 5'10", 235.
I thought you meant today. Nobody's got much of a per carry average.
And one lineman has the best run so far. Yeah. Zach Connors out of the shotgun here on 2nd down. Bad snap, and he has to fall on it back at about the 26-yard line. Wow.
You know, this is a team, they can't even get out of their own way here today. It's just, boy, you talk about a breakdown.
And you hate to add insult to injury, but as soon as the game is over, they will get on a bus and drive to Bloomington, Minnesota,